then go in. So there's some solid consideration for that build-up in this game. Silver Edge would be another kind of way to try and bypass it. Right now, the gem is keeping him on that front line.
How does Iron Wing want to approach this one? They gave an opening to Mickey, and he will take it.
Can't box that.
Yeah, they were clearly reliant on the save there, not accounting for the Shadow Demon Demonic Purge. Quick kill, though, on to Boxy. They used a lot for that one, though, and the chains don't start raining in. They need some help. 33 does what he can. Man, that was a good vacuum wheel, but it wasn't enough to save the Juggernaut, and once he's dead, especially with the Omni Slash use, I mean, there's nothing stopping Nisha. He gets an extra one. Now the blink forward from Mickey. It's an avalanche. Chain to stun. 33 pops BKB. Almost dies. Harpoon. Nope, not quite good enough. Roll forward. Nice maybe Aegis. He loses his Aegis.
I don't think so.
Kills out of it. Yeah, he just doesn't take damage. He's got too much armor. The illusions swarm him, but he protects himself with a big bad club.
So tanky. That's been the real story of this series. Just who has the tankier 3 cores.
Yeah.
You just stay alive, you win the fight. The Jug did not get the spin off. It's slightly on cooldown, and Pure missed the Manta dodge on the drop down from the Solar Guardian. That's all she wrote. That's enough that you just get 100 to 0. It's the downside of the Jug pick this game.
Just as fast as Iron Wing took 2 lanes in game 1, Liquid will do something similar here in game 2. 1 team fight win, and it's gone. Iron Wing. Well, maybe they can keep that melee. Nice light, good damage. Wait, in the silence. Oh, what a vacuum! But the Ember Spirit's still dead. They don't have the Juggernaut, so a vacuum for what? They don't even have the wall to combo with that one. 33 doesn't even have BKB to combo with that one.
You vacuumed yourself.
Ill-advised. Now the Juggernaut's going to come in into an avalanche. Almost got shackle shotted off of that one. Nisha tries to get the roll away. Beautiful wheel goes out, but it actually somehow didn't latch onto Nisha. He activates BKB. Everybody gets away off the Dawnbreaker ultimate. Snowball onto Mickey. He's fine. Still has the Aegis to work with for another 2 minutes. And Liquid, well, they say that, well, okay, we're back to 2 cores being dead. Might as well finish off this barracks at least.
Time's just a menace. Already level 25, has the toss charges. That all-in combo just got even deadlier. Absolutely no way to survive it. Now there's your Bloodstone for the Earth Spirit. The scale's online for Liquid. They got there.
And if he gets to Satanic, that's the completion of the beef. That boy is thick.
I don't really think there's a way for Iron Wing to win fights unless this Jug can just cut through people one by one. Which would require...
Ace is also level 25, by the way, and he's got a basher, so Jug can't even rely on the spin.
Problems are mounting. Did they kill him here? Oh, the creep!
Don't bounce out of the ancient tool. Okay, he bounced right back. Still don't hold the safe disruption, and now the rest of the team is here. They can't kill Ace.
He has no TP for 3 seconds.
Oh no, Pierre, that means the spin's gonna run out. He's dead.
Well, that's Juggernaut in a nutshell.
Yeah.
There's always something to ruin your Omni Slash, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have to be buybacks to defend this high ground, and one final hold from Iron Wing. And they can't even, like, it's still going to be a little window here where Mickey might be able to go up to the high ground with an Aegis still. 34 seconds left.
Maybe. Why not, right? Even without Aegis, I don't think you're afraid. You have Disruption behind you. There's no Omni Slash for 50. Where's the damage?
And in the backpack, Boxy going in with his Orchid. Whitemon forced to use the box save. Only time he can, because Tofu isn't here with the Shadow Demon right now. He's sitting in the back, waiting to go in. Whitemon gets obliterated by the initiation of Nisha and Mickey. Now Nisha rolling back out. Pop the Shivas, 33 getting low. Pops BKB, hits the vacuum back in. Outside of the Dawnbreaker ultimate as well. It's decent, but can they do the damage? They've got BZM on the front lines. He's been Demonic Purge, gets bashed. Dawnbreaker on him. He's gone. A buyback from Pure, but GG is already called, and we are going to a game 3 between Liquid and Iron Wing.
Oh, this game 3 is going to be really hype, because I think both teams showed whoever has more HP, whoever can ball up stronger, whoever has Earth Spirit is going to win the late game. So your 2 routes are to either combat that by having the Earth Spirit or the better late game, or the tankier heroes, or change the paradigm entirely and just say, you know what? done like just AFK farming against some scale. We're going to pick up the pace, pick up the tempo, take some early towers. And I think Iron Wing have shown a little bit more of that with the early tower taking, but the early game fights were abysmal for them. This game could look really different if those first 3 Juggernaut deaths didn't exist and he got something out of those fights, right? I think the idea was correct. I think that's how you have to play this game. You just got out-executed in those team fights, and the Tiny caused you a lot of problems. This hero is just stupid. I'm telling you, like, you don't want to play against Tiny. You really don't.
Yeah, like this one, it almost feels like they just forgot about Dawnbreaker. You're diving into tier 2 already. That's already a massive risk, but you're diving into a Dawnbreaker ultimate as well.
Tank ability is good, and then you just get to protect the support and Shadow Demon. It caused the Ringmaster a lot of problems. How many kills did we see this game where they go on somebody, the guy gets demonic purged, you throw out the box, it's instantly gone. It's just not even the same Ringmaster, right?
Yeah.
So that is something else that you have to think about. Like these little trades in the draft, who's countering who, what your team fight looks like. I think Iron Wing just, I don't want to say they defaulted to heroes that were successful.
The alley-oop combo plays from Mickey and Nisha were so cool in this.
They were on point. Nisha had a really nice game. He had so many clutch silences, so many clutch roll-ins. A lot of instances where he's supposed to die, but he lives instead. This was probably his worst death in the game, but even this led to a good team fight because they just run out of damage. And the Ember, maybe that's the hero that stuck out the most. It was probably the lowest impact core in this game. Super poor, couldn't find anything. Not able to slice down the Shadow Demon on the backside, which I think was his main job. Just felt impotent.
I do think that we talk about some of the best heroes at this tournament so far, the heroes that look very good, and I almost feel like they also just look good because of the comparison, right? If Earth Spirit is the hero of this game, well, then Ember Spirit is also kind of the hero of this game, just in a bad way. Right? I think Centaur also kind of stands out in that regard. He's one of the few heroes that can kind of deal with these just really dangerous safe lanes. It's one of the few heroes that can match up and recover.
We're starting to see a meta emerge, that's for sure. And when that happens, you either get as much of it as you can, or you counteract it. You have some really smart ideas. You have some stuff you practiced in scrims, and now's the time to bust it out and say, you know what, we'll give you the Shadow Fiend that we've seen be broken a little bit. We'll give you the Centaur that we've seen lose some games. We'll give you this Earth Spirit. That one's a little dangerous. You know, I haven't seen anybody come up with an idea that really shuts down the core idea of Earth Spirit, which is if I get to level 20 and 25 with Bloodstone, the game just ends.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody have an idea that counters that. Maybe there's one out there. I'm not saying it's impossible. Like, you probably need some real guaranteed late game presence like Faceless Void or something, where I chrono you and you die, and that's it. You know, like it show's over. So it's possible that you can theory craft something like that. Maybe Jug was in that realm of like, we're gonna have Healing Ward, and then he's self-magnetizing all this, but we're gonna ignore it because we're all healing.
Yeah,
I think it's a valid idea.
It's not bad.
I think the Jug just ran into other issues this game, which was Mickey on that Tiny, just demolishing them in combination with the Earth Spirit to chain stunning and silences. It's too much for Jug to play into. It's just so much that can go wrong.
Does 33 play Darkseer again? Because when you talk about, okay, here's what the meta is, you either get as much of it as you can, or you get ahead of it. Now, one of the ways to get ahead of it, obviously, if it's tank, it's percentage-based damage heroes. It's heroes like Timbersaw or Necrophos, which are 33 heroes. I also don't know if he wants to play Darks. Like, that just doesn't seem like 33 to just be, the enabler, especially in a game 3. I feel like he wants to be carrying the game.
I can kind of see your point. I would be surprised if he plays it in the game 3. I think he's kind of just picking it because a lot of the other heroes are getting banned, and he probably feels like it's the fastest farmer, most reliable offlaner that he can get out of what's getting taken out of his pool.
Yeah,
and he is having some solid impact in the team fights, and the shells are doing work.
A great backing walls. But
I think we could see it on that. Maybe they adjust their 1 and 2 instead, but you got to make those decisions fast because game 3 is right around the corner.
That's right. It is coming up. We're going to go to a break before we get game 3 of Iron Wing versus Liquid.
Still has the BKB at the ready, though, and does have healing. Oh, that's a big rune bottom. Amp damage. The Aegis getting reclaimed in about 40 seconds here.
Not going to want to fight into this.
Earth Spirit's farm also just continues to be pretty ridiculous in comparison. He's going to have the Octarine finished up soon.
Satanic still yet to die.
Yet to really feel that pressure.
But both games, the carry pick they were able to get for Satanic seemed pretty spot on.
And overall, the offlane position that they've put Spirit in both games too, right? Collapse having a pretty quiet series, I would say.
Especially C9 class.
For the steel play, but dodges it with the illusion there, Rue. Nicely done. Will secure the wisdom. Might be able to secure a kill as well onto 9 class.
True, he's got the control, and with the wheel down, 9 class.
They got him.
Not going to be able to run.
Nice play from Rue. Beautiful usage of the... I don't even remember what that one's called, the illusion thing, though. Funhouse Mirror, is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
It is,
yeah,
right?
That is the one
Damn, I
that
can't
brings
remember.
out the funny illusions.
Can't believe I remember that. Oh, Bloodstone. Sorry for the Earth Spirit. Apologies. That's the one that he's gone for. So extra sustain that he's going to have.
He's got the Bloodstone. Satanic's got the Nullifier.
Got the Cloak of Flames as well, too. He's going to be doing absurd damage in these fights and healing a lot, too. Aegis is gone, Vision. They're looking for the move here now. Laurel again. Careful.
Spirit do have the numbers. They're actually going to try and get aggressive on towards no one.
Force the BKB, immediately resets.
That's a pretty early BKB, so he'll back out now, no one.
Very smart way that they're poking and prodding to get that BKB. Shield Rune also spawns bottom for Laurel. He'll be happy. They've got a gem on both sides, so not that much vision really on either of the sides. Gold lead is shrinking a bit here. So Yatoro, top of the net worth. The Ember starting to catch back up as well too here. We definitely have a game on our hands, Owen.
Yeah, we really do. Toro has managed to carry Spirit through situations like this many times in the past.
Yeah, and Laurel has actually gotten to that next item. I was worried that he wasn't going to be able to really start to break out again here. Now he's got the Aghanims. Speaking of the Aghanims, though, noticed also having one picked up for himself on the Doom. Probably means, hey, does he want to go look for the creep? You know, the congregations that we do see them usually get when they have the Shivas as well. Probably going to be the case soon. Right now, still farming with the Fireball, though.
Radiant.
As Lincoln's, but yeah, he does have that Aghanims already for the Doom, so does have the way to go for him anyway. Not me. Dukin, hiding.
That could be fine.
Able to get away again. They're not hemorrhaging nearly as many kills as well, too. This time, Spirit, they were losing their supports all over the place the last game. This time, they're doing a good job of just being that much more elusive.
Still want to try and chase on for not me this time.
He looks pretty caught this
He's
time.
not going to be able to hide.
Make him work for it, though. This does get brought down, though. Assange now for no one. Also getting close to these level 25s that are pretty absurd. The Lifestealer and the Earth Spirit having some pretty strong ones, but also Yatoro getting close to his. Roche, perhaps that next point of contention, though. 40 seconds until we do find out for the spawn.
Neither team's going to let that one go.
Neither team really having that much vision, though, as we've been mentioning. The gems have been taking out most of these wards. So just one ward on both, or actually 2 wards right now for the side of Spirit. Tense game.
Step up a little bit. Notice the swinging round ready to join Satanic.
Roche coming up very soon. Smoke up. Spirit looking for an angle.
Get a quick jump to start this one.
Would be pretty. I mean, any kill, right?
They're
lead
seeing
them into
Takalis.
on it.
It's not a bad catch here. They're going to have the sharpshooter hit. That's going to be Takalis dead.
Start poking the Roche with that kill.
They certainly
48
can.
seconds, no
They
Enchantress.
kill it pretty quickly with your Toro.
Vision is going to go in for this play, though. They're looking already.
Spirit's respecting this, knowing that Vision's going to try and take this fight 4v5.
Not starting the roast just yet. 30 seconds until Ench does come back. So they are a bit afraid to just tap it. It's a similar situation where it's 30 seconds until it's about to start shifting. Looks like that was not enough for them to even start to hope.
Last time they did clean it up in sort of the final 20 seconds. I wonder if they'll be tempted to try again.
This time because of the roar, right?
That's true.
It's a lot harder.
It's not happening. They
can't really just commit.
I mean, I say it's not happening. They're tempted to try and see if they can do it. I mean, they do it very fast with the drought.
Where's the roar?
Surely, at this point, they're going to have to let it move to the other side of the river. I say that 5 seconds. Torres says,
it's super fast.
I'm going to give him my best shot. He's going to back off now. There's Vision. Make the jump forward.
Roche is going to start moving.
Ooh.
Class.
Going to be hunting for him. Going to have Shadow Realm up in a second.
He's burnt down. They're going to look for the jump, though. Yatoro has to be careful with his position.
They know that he's trying to make his way over to the other side of the river to get towards the Roche pit. They're going to try and block him off. Notice, Tim of the Blinks is going to get the catch onto the supports here. Satanic takes out Not Me.
Vision so quick to claim that high ground there. It's going to give time for 9 class to respawn here. Not much committed. They just jump in, able to get the hoodwink. And this Roche, it's very low. They could just sneak in and kill it themselves also on Vision.
Not quite as easy for them to hit it as opposed to, obviously, Spirit having the drought.
Yeah, drought kills it in like 3 seconds at this point, at this HP. Gonna start doing it, though. Force the roar. Full Abyssal coming on the courier. Satanic has spent the gold.
So somebody's able to get him in on the front lines, whether it be the Doom or the Earth Spirit. The Abyssal Nullifier, he's killing any of them.
Any target that he gets on will die. Notice he's in.
He's in. He's going to look towards the line, but the AoE Doom on. He's going to stay on top of the Ember. Satanic moves across, brings in the damage. That's going to be Lyle gone. The buyback comes in from Rue. Lyle does have buyback available. He's going to use it. Comes straight back in with the Remnant over towards him, but the Doom's still there. He's got to be careful, Lyle.
Run.
And no one, and Satanic is pulling back the rest of Spirit. Yatoro's gone. Lyle will finish off. Notice, but the carry's dead. Collapse. He's going to try for the TP up, but the Abyssal's back up. Puts a stop to the TP.
Satanic just too big, too many wins.
And they can turn back over towards Lyle now. He bought back for this fight. Can he get out of the route? No, the silence is up for no one as a die back on Lyle. Spirit, they tried to put so much into that, but they could not succeed. They lose Lyle twice, and they also lose Yatoro and Collapse on top of that.
The fights for Spirit are just so complicated for them to do. They're trying to protect Yatoro, they're trying to protect Laurel, but it's just
is he stuck
doing so? It looked like he was, but
no,
I don't think so. Yeah, they're just sticking on. Yatoro can't get the liberty to attack targets. You can see he started for a second there, but then as soon as like his Lincolns gets popped,
and now, I mean, no mid now for 90 seconds nearly. Team Vision know that they can do the damage. Coming down the mid lane.
And we're truly seeing what the difference that we were saying, right? The Earth Spirit versus the Ember. This Earth Spirit is just running the train. He's getting on top of any targets, 9, 1, and 10. No risk for no one.
Just the difference in vulnerabilities of the carries, right? You know, Yatoro, for all the farm that he's had and how carefully he's played this game, it's almost impossible in these team fights to avoid everything. Whereas Satanic, with the build-up that he's had and as a lifestealer, they can't touch him.
Just the dream pick, really. Sneaky spot here by the
He's still chilling it, Not Me.
He's trying to steal this road.
That would be insane.
Might be able to.
There's no way.
He's done it before.
There's no way.
He's done it before.
Oh my goodness.
He gets 9 class. I thought he got it.
Oh, now if he got away with that one, there's something pretty crazy about this lad. But this time, he won't quite do it. Great effort, though. Great effort.
This guy is making such a name for himself, though. In just like half a year, everybody's going to know him. That was such nice plays. Nice attempt there. Knows he has to do something desperate. Laurel, as you said, die back, losing all of that gain that he's had. And Owen now, right, level 26. The absurdity of the Earth Spirit. Even go for the Aghanim so they can have further saves and protection. And just a quiet series from Collapse in particular. Sure, as Largo, it's hard to be really that flashy in particular.
That's true. It's Probably the least flashy of the offlane heroes right now.
Yeah. He just kind of sings a song. Just kind of exists. This Lifestealer pick did just seem like the absolute perfect pick for them too, and he's
Don't do anything about it.
He's played it to perfection as well too. 0 depth so far, always getting on the right targets.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like both games. You know, we've pretty much seen one of the if not the best character at the moment in the tournament on the best hero for the moment, right?
The
last game on the Nature's Prophet seemed amazing. This game on the Lifestealer also seemed amazing.
Just counters everything, right? You can't make moves to gank him at all with this rage. He's got to break the 1000 XPM again. Not the 1000 GPM, but the XPM for sure. And now he's got the Ags already consumed, so just harder and harder for Yatoro to be able to have the success. It's just Yatoro now at this point to be able to go for any type of kills here. Level 25 has been hit for him, but the base push is coming in.
Can Yatoro somehow do it? They take down Satanic. That'll be quite the reward for it.
That's the question. Are they even going to bring him down to once in the game? Doesn't look like it.
Wait inside the base here, Spirit.
Trying to think of these ways for them to go for these wrap. It's just they're too tough to kill. They're very tanky on all 3 cores as well too is the issue, and they have nothing that goes through BKBO, and it's just the drow. So they can pop those BKBs, disengage in most scenarios as we've seen. Level 25 for Notice has been hit.
And they just can't get him off the barracks.
Quick little infest, able to disengage. No one even there, just in case. Looks like he was trying to bail out his buddy, if anything, but Satanic, more than safe enough. He just hangs on to this dragon the whole time. Didn't end up switching the neutral creep at all. Just really likes it. It does make you farm absurdly fast with the cleave, so can't blame him. Also still has plus armor, right? I think, right? It does have like that little bit of plus armor, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am. Oh well.
Spirit
Trapped in the base.
see if they can pull together some sort of defense here on the top side.
Mechanic just walking in.
The bushwhack onto him. With that Aegis, Satanic not breaking a sweat.
Rage is just the answer to everything. Really does. I mean, it feels like it's almost getting to territories of Rapier for Yatoro, I'm thinking, but he just doesn't really have the slots to be able to go for it either.
It's not. Yeah, it's a bit awkward to sort of fit into the build as a drow.
Maybe eventually for the Lincolns, but it feels like he needs a Satanic instead still.
Roll for no one.
Magnetize.
They
It's
get the
time.
silence onto the 2 of them. Turn with the chains and the wheel, but he's still able to get the BKB and the Bloodstone off. No one's fine, and Spirit they're just getting bullied back to the fountain.
Be ready for the 1 minute duration Magnetize at the least. He's going to continue to keep it spreading. Maybe he'll stop it here for now since they don't want to keep pushing forward.
Aegis is about to expire.
They'll reset, wait for the cooldown again. And this guy's farm just continues to be absolutely crazy. He's getting tankier and tankier by the minute, right? Just getting all these extra last hits. 709 now at this point for that extra HP.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke up, Spirit. Looking to try to catch Vision off guard because I think they're just knowing, right? If it's just going to be these 5v5s, there's just no way that they can do it. They have to do something to split them up. But again, just so difficult for them. They just can't threaten these cores. No real disables to keep them controlled.
All starting to come out on the bottom lane. Eyes on not me. No one. The silence and the kick.
Push coming in toward top again. Satanic.
Dire are scanning.
And they're just farming the whole map.
Pretty much farming their sort of 7th items, really.
Pretty much already at this point. Looks like they'll find the Enchantress. Taking them some time. They will get him. Are getting punished a little bit for being fully split up here.
Oh, mate.
Also gets caught. Just trying to get out on the map, Spirit. Trying to open up extra farm opportunities for their cores. No one did see Yatoro for a second there, but not going to be able to just push forward for him. Panic. Wants to look for the Infest. Noticed a Wind Waker also picked up now at this point.
Incredibly comfortable spot here. Team
Yeah,
Vision, not
it's
really
on.
a whole lot they need to do apart from just ensure that if anyone heads out the base on Spirit, they don't get back home alive.
They have a clear path to success, while for Spirit, it's an incredibly complicated one. Aeon Disc even being picked up for the Earth Spirit. They've got a lick to get rid of it, kind of, but yeah, BKB plus Aeon, 5,000 HP. Good luck bringing him down. Only been able to do it once this game.
Radiant are scanning.
Or considering his next item, probably looking at the Satanic.
Yeah, I guess that is going to be it.
Or you just
I don't
get
know.
rid of the Lincolns for the Satanic?
I mean, it has to probably be that, but does he need a second life is the case, right? I just feel like they need more damage, but I don't know.
There's still
It's
a
hard to
chance.
say. It's
I mean,
hard to
there's still
say.
a chance that that does get replaced with something else.
He also can just die, right? Like so easily. So maybe he just needs a Satanic too, because the Magnetize could just like tick onto him forever and bring him down too. So probably wants that extra protection. It's hard to say. It really is. Roche, it's up. Vision in a very good position to be able to go for it here. And yeah, he's just going for the Satanic, being safe. Satanic though, as you said, his 7th item, the Daedalus.
Yeah, Daedalus, he's ready to put the phase boots in the backpack.
Now they actually have a way to catch. I was waiting till somebody bought it. They have a Hex now on the side of Spirit. Before this, they've had like no way to actually stun and lock down the target. Maybe this will be that extra thing that allows them to maybe go for one of these cores.
Stopping this Aegis Lifestealer, though, from taking your base.
Yeah, and there's only one Rax left. Refresher shard as well too on the Earth Spirit, so infinite magnetize.
Even more stones, even more magnetize, yep. It's going to go throughout the duration of the fight and more.
Look at this wraparound they're looking for here.
No one's ready to go in, get some information. It's going to start things off, making the jump over towards Not Me. They get the close on towards the Ember Spirit. Lul's out of the fight. He's got buyback back up.
Wrap around.
Indeed, they get the wraparound over towards 9 class. Will manage to take him out. Yatoro's in a pretty decent spot to start doing the damage. He's going to look over towards Satanic, but Satanic's able to jump in towards him with the effect. The bashes come out. There's Yatoro surrounded and in trouble. The box comes in. They're trying to get Yatoro out of this, trying to keep him alive, but no one rolls in with the BKB. Yatoro's gone. He has got buyback. He's going to almost certainly have to use it here, Root. Dead outside of the base. Satanic back onto the barracks.
It's just too much for them to
They
deal
have
with.
got the Hex on a notice, but the Infest comes in, be able to heal him back up.
Got the cheese as well too if he feels necessary to use it.
Back up to full HP. The buybacks come out from Yatoro. Look at the Satanic. Satanic still with the Aegis. The Hex is there. They will take him out the once.
No one's back in.
They're up against the Mega Creeps now, Team Spirit.
Magnetize spreading.
They're having to get back over towards the Fountain Collapse. Will be able to take it off the two of them. Notice still in with the jump. Another lick to try and get Lyle back to safety, but the Root catching on him. He'll get the slider fist off. He'll remnant away, but there's an impetus chasing on forward. Lyle's gone for good. Dead for the 2 minutes. It's down to the 3 of them to try and hold back against Satanic, but Satanic moves in, tears apart Collapse. As this game, this series, it is over. GG is called. Team Vision today turning up and getting the 2-0 against Spirit. This game 2, Spirit able to give a little bit of more of a punch back, but barely still. They drew it out to the 53 minutes, but my goodness, Team Vision, they knew exactly what to do against Spirit today.
On top of just playing so perfectly, right? This pick for this Lifestealer is just so insane. And honestly, this Earth Spirit, it's got to go from no one. You can't be giving it to this guy.
Yeah, well, Team Vision, my goodness, what a show they gave us here. Spirit could not quite keep up with them in either of their games. It's a 2-0 here for Team Vision.
And with that, they are the first team to get their place in the main event of the International. Congratulations to them and to having such a clean road to make it there. This was spectacular stuff. And against Team Spirit to do it like this as well. Yes, Game 2 was more competitive than Game 1, but still very much in the hands of Vision for this one. Saber, what do you feel about Team Vision? This is, I mean, they're just a step above the rest, I feel.
They are. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, especially against a team like Spirit. It just feels incredible. It's obviously not only Satanic. I think no one showed up in a big way, and also no one did. You know, they all did in a way.
Yeah.
Yes, his Earth Spirit is incredible. The supports, they're always like enabling them in lane. They're always winning lanes. I don't know.
Yeah, and speaking of lanes, there's one moment in the lanes that was already kind of like, we kind of knew what was going to happen potentially. You wanted to take a look at that.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight, usually I personally don't care about my support's life. This Eng is dead if I am on the screen. However, that is not the Vision way. They bring everybody, they infest, they help him, and after Spirit bring heroes, they bring the Ember Spirit and waste so much time trying to get a measly Enchantress skill. They can't even get that. And Ember dies instead.
Ember dies instead, and that was already pretty bad because Ember was already down on that bottom lane for quite a while waiting for an opportunity. Luckily for Team Spirit, there was a chance for them to be a little bit more on the ball and on point later down the line, as we are going to take a look, Jenkins, at what happened at around minute 19.
Yeah, this was pretty cool. I mean, you can still see the Team Spirit magic in this game, at least. Like, Game 1, in my opinion, was way more of a stomp. There was no chance for them whatsoever. Spirit was at least, like, clawing back in this one. You see the double remnant block from Laurel onto no one. Like, this is the sort of gameplay that you have to do to stop no one from rampaging you on Earth Spirit. I guess we can kind of angle it like that. I agree with Fogged and my boy Saberlight that I don't know if you can play against this team and give the dude Earth Spirit again. Not just because mechanically he knows how to play it so well, but also because his team is super capable of playing around it too. Like, they use him to the highest degree possible.
Yeah, and after that, of course, it was a little bit back and forth, mostly fourth, though, in favor of Vision. But there's one deciding fight where we're like, okay, it's time to pack up for Team Spirit. Towards the later ends of the game, 42.
Yeah, this was about the second Roche fight. I think there was a lot of cat and mouse kind of gameplay going around the Roche, moving around. It was really cool. And then what we realized is, this is a Drow lineup. And how do you beat a Drow lineup? You get position on her. So Notice gets to jump in first. He goes on the high ground. Drow is immediately forced to low ground, trying to run away. But the positioning is already compromised here because you need to be able to stand and hit people. But as soon as the Doom does that with the Aghanims, the fight is just chaos, and when there's chaos, the Drow Ranger is going to lose. So this was a really nice way of taking command of the game, getting the second Roche, and from here on out, it's just about closing out the map slowly.
I want to have a special mini shout out to Not Me, who was trying a little cool play there, of course, cool. With the Hoodwink, trying to sneak in a Roche steal. You got to try it in moments like that. You got to, Saber, you try out, and successfully so, Roche steals frequently.
I love stealing the Roche, but not in this way. This was incredible. Like, abusing this little pocket of vision. I feel like after this, Valve is for sure fixing it. Even though he didn't succeed in the steal, I just think it's incredible that this is his first TI and he goes for plays like this. And yeah, he could have easily gotten it, and then maybe this game looks completely different.
Yeah, we went for the MVP on the Earth Spirit for no one. Yes, the hero is very strong, and I'm sure we're going to see it addressed in many drafts in the following series to come and in the main event as well. But on top of it all, he was just everywhere, and he was playing it to perfection.
Oh,
the Darkseer.
Interesting.
the ace Darkseer.
He does play it occasionally. Pretty spicy with the 2 cores. I don't mind that, honestly.
It's good Ion Shell, that's for sure.
I kind of like it more than the Lycan. A little bit in terms of the synergy, though the Wolf Chicken would have been pretty hype.
It's one of his only heroes within his top 10 most played that does not have a positive win rate.
Wait a minute, just Lone Druid.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
Wait, but isn't Lone Druid...
There's Lone
fine?
Druid.
Is it fine for Kez?
It can be, but they got a last pick Lone Druid against Darkseer. This matchup's unplayable.
Oh.
Like,
right.
it's literally unplayable for Darkseer. You do nothing to this guy. It's the absolute freest lane, and then you can't wall the bear if the hero's in the fight.
What do you mean?
Which is a really weird mechanism, but it is something you can play for in the late game.
Yeah, explain the mechanism.
If you vac wall Lone Druid and his Spirit Bear, it will always create an illusion of the main hero, not the bear.
And why would that be the case?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
but-
It takes priority, and you basically get the garbage illusion. You don't get the bear.
Okay.
I don't know how much that matters, but even if you vacuum the bear illusion isn't as great as people think. It's not like an end all be all. It can be good, but I can't believe there's Lone Druid in the pool. Like, that's just wild to me that
Well-
they had Darkseer and they got last pick Lone Druid against it when there were pretty limited carries anyway. You get a premier carry.
But I mean, Lifestealer and Sven are also good answers to Darkseer. So if they were settled on
True.
Darkseer, then
It is a pure Lone Druid, though. He was playing this hero before. It was cool.
but he also made that Lifestealer look really good.
It did
Maybe
look
they
cool.
should have given him the Sven. I can't think of a pure Sven. That doesn't sound like a thing, really.
We'll see what this Lone Druid can do, man.
A lot of questions.
I think this Darkseer matchup's absolute dog, but it's not the end all be all. You know, there's still some Dota.
I
Like,
mean-
Kez can still do Kez things.
Off laners getting ruined
Yeah, well,
happens all the time at this TI because the
That's-
meta has not been kind to laning off laners. So
anyway, we'll see if he does like the kamikaze method in the late game with the hero to block the bear illusion. That would be kind of funny, but you probably don't play for that. So
no, I imagine you don't.
it is really annoying though when you try
Get
and
down. It's like instead of get down, Mr. President, it's get down, Mr. Bodyguard. The president dives in to protect his bodyguard.
now that I'm looking at these drafts in game.
Does that change things for you when you see them on the battlefield?
It does. Your perception of the lineup changes a lot.
Okay. Walk me through that.
What do you mean?
Well,
Why that
your
is?
third eye has been opened. You
It's
now
just,
see the drafts with the clarity that
No, there's
was
truth in
once
this.
clouded.
It's your heuristics as a Dota player, right? It's your feel for what a lineup looks like and how it functions. I'm not joking. Why would I joke about this? It's TI.
This feels like the most bullshit answer I've ever heard
It's
in
not.
my life. All right. Okay, then tell me, what have you seen?
I've studied the ways these lineups. I've looked into the stars, into the charts. Now that I'm looking at it in game,
Okay. Do you want me to figure out what Lone Druid's star sign is? Would that give you a better idea?
no, I
which
kind of
draft is
like
better?
Liquid more than I did in the draft screen.
Okay. Why is that?
This Kez looks like he's in a good slot to just own.
You
I've
mean he's orange? Orange player?
No, like he's gonna have a nice lane against Centaur. He's not gonna demolish it because he has to play with Shadow Demon, but he's gonna have a nice time, and he's gonna cut through a lot of these heroes very quickly. He has a free fight with BKB, and I think this hero's just been overperforming in general.
Yes, it most definitely has.
So I think Iron We're gonna have to match that with the Lone Druid having an even more free game, and just having ballistic timings. And then this game can get really weird for Liquid. But they still have the Earth Spirit, and the Earth Spirit has looked dominant and hasn't lost. Did they address the Earth Spirit with anything crazy? Not really. Yeah, I mean, if you get the 5 slots on Nisha, you probably win this game.
So they've just got the more OP heroes, huh?
Well, this series has been very close. It's been very mirrored. So that might be what it comes down to, right? Little things like that of just, we have a slightly stronger hero. Yeah.
What is this? These smokes are wild. All right. So they're already saying Darkseer
Yeah.
has a garbage
Yeah,
lane.
that's what
He's
that
going to have to
sentry is.
default to the jungle. We're going to block out the hard camp already. While Liquid are saying Darkseer's going to have a garbage lane. So what we need to do is get the longest wraparound possible to kill the Lone Druid and
Smart.
secure first blood for the Darkseer, and they found him.
It's super smart if they get
Disruption, power shot, ion shell, body blocks, and they got him. Ace with the first blood. Will that make the difference?
It's a big difference, yeah. It's huge. You can also just kill the range creep here.
That's true. He's going to go for that as well.
Man, what a heads-up play from Liquid. These are the little things that separate you from being a good team to a championship team. Is figuring out solutions to these problems in real time. It's going to change this lane a lot. It's such a large gold injection for him.
And Tofu's going to stick around here. With the disruption and the power shot, he's blocked in. Uh-oh, the Starstorm is going to be dropped on him. It doesn't clear out the illusions. Now it breaks through, but the menace is just racking up. The innate is too strong. Tofu knows he's got him. It's 2 kills for Liquid.
What's happening?
He's going to stick around. They're going to
kill him again.
Oh my
If he
God, they're going to
dies.
go for him again.
If he dies here.
The blood grenade slowing him down. Power shot, it's going to whiff, but a disruption's coming back up soon.
I don't think he can live here.
Ion shell, yeah, where's he going to go?
Oh, okay, they backed off.
All right, yeah. The creeps are all dying underneath tower here. He got level 2. Okay, they give up on him.
If they executed that better, they get him.
Yeah.
If the spells land, and that would have been incredibly debilitating. The Mirana still has to walk from base, by the way, and the lane's going to push out.
Yeah.
This is still really bad for Iron Wing on this safe lane that was supposed to be free. The thing about killing the Lone Druid there is he has to resummon, and part of you playing this Lone Druid into the Darkseer is that you tank Ion Shell damage with Bear and have the resummon. So even if he's okay playing this lane now, it's still a huge win for Ace and just being able to pressure the Bear a little bit.
Right.
Man, what a heads-up play. Iron Wing, they thought they had the next level, like, I'm going to block his camps, he can't play the lane, and then they just
Yeah.
2 big outplays swinging this wide open.
It does mean 33 kind of got free farm at the start of the game. We've talked about how important it is for those first couple of waves to go well for Centaur so we can get the Helm of Iron Will. So these are all trade-offs.
But this is bigger. What happened up here was just so much bigger.
Yeah,
it's game-changing. Liquid, they came in with some form today. At least since game 3, starting off quite hot.
We haven't even talked about the mid lane matchup, but then again, we've already seen this mid lane matchup in play. Earth Spirit versus Ember Spirit. BZM did pretty well in the early CS in game 2, but the game really went against him. Part of that was Iron Wing being just a bit too overly aggressive. It happened to them in game 1, and it happened again in game 2. So I do imagine they're going to take a bit of a step back here in game 3.
I'd be really surprised if we see the same level of diving. At least until the Bear's online.
Trying to get the Bramble on him. Nice land. And Mickey, he gives up on Tofu. Tofu is going to have to save himself. Does have a Fairy Fire to keep alive if he wants to. Does stay up. Slots in a healing salve. Let's see if he can get back to his tower. He will.
Chilling.
So
he's chilling.
He's got the regen to kick into play. Does mean the Lotus goes over to Mickey. Meanwhile, the battle for the Lotus on the other side here, but the big bad bear takes up the fountain. Splashes around in that river.
Still so hard to play this lane straight up. You even see that obs on the triangle. Iron Wing were really prepped for this Darkseer is going to have a rough time, and I want to be able to see where he is and maybe go cheekily kill them there with the Mirana while the Bear has an empty lane. So this is how much this game changed off that early kill.
Nice stomp. Ooh, the Bramble to follow it up. Mickey almost being in trouble there, but he actually had plenty of regen. Still had he had 2 Fairy Fires, popped one of them. He also has the Lotus still. So it's 33 who's looking worse for wear as the creep wave pushes in.
He has stacks on him. That's
all
level
him
2.
with the Echo Slash.
That's
another
4th.
poison. That's 4th, and that's him gone.
Did you see the smile at the end?
Yeah,
No.
Tofu with the level 2 poison. Nice parry. Turns it back around, and another kill for Liquid. 4-0. Mickey will survive that tower hit. He buys a ring of health.
The execution right now. Nisha chewing his gum. They're in zone.
Yep.
Stepping up here. Big outplays on these side lanes.
And Nisha's leading in the mid lane too. So Liquid looking at like kind of a 3-lane win. The Lone Druid's still got to win that top lane, right? But it's better than it should have been. Roll in attempted. Nisha threatening the kill on BZM. Hit him with the silence, hit him with the kick. And Nisha gets the solo kill. So Liquid outperforming all 3 lanes.
This is wild. This is just out execution. Just straight up getting outplayed.
Yeah, the Lone Druid's not even in the lane. That wasn't supposed to happen.
No, this is I don't know what DEFCON 2, DEFCON 3, like, oh,
Sound the alarms,
he's
the
sweating a little.
are sounding.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Well, you got the Helm of Iron Will for both our offlaners.
You're a level behind in mid. If this Ember dies again, it guarantees a 6-minute power in. You know Nisha wants it. That's the window this solo kill opened, is you have to pull waves to try and dodge the Earth Spirit ult right now.
Ace being chased out of here, but he can go back to the jungle now if required. It doesn't need that much more until he gets his Helm of Iron Will, and then kind of everything's forgiven. He will finally go back and reveal the fact, oh, wait a minute, my hard camp's blocked.
So what? The damage is done. Top 2 net worth in this game. Earth Spirit, Darkseer.
Yeah, wow.
That is insane.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Kez Lone Druid being neck and neck, and they overperformed so much in the mid and off lane that Liquid's cores are actually 1 and 2 there.
Yeah, just stepping it up in this very
6-minute
pivotal
power
game 3.
rune spawns bottom, a regen for Nisha.
Dire's middle tower.
Where can Iron Wing strike back? You're still going to be able to free farm up here with the LD. You're not worried about
Well, on a BZM.
Oh, he's still level 5.
Shot lands. Yeah, doesn't have his ultimate yet. They got to clear out this creep wave to give him the experience for it. Still not 6. Shadow Poison coming in. Disruption to follow it up. And it's going to line up more magnetizes, more boulders, slight dodges where he can, and actually does manage to stay alive. Boxy is going to die to Whitemon here.
Okay.
He cannot stay up. Going after Ari now with the magnetizes, Shadow Poisons. I mean, oh, they got 4 stacks on BTM. He hit him with the silence. Oh, he's dead. The arrow cuts across, lands onto the Shadow Demon. Whitemon, he says, fine, I'll do it myself. Picks up 1 kill on a support. Now a second one as Ari snipes that one. And Nisha will not be able to do anything more off of that.
Classic, damage leader in the mid exchange is the level 4 Mirana. Dealing almost 1,000. Classic Whitemon things. Trying to salvage a situation that Iron Wing have no business salvaging.
DK has made the call. He wants Nisha to come over here. They're going to try and hold this Wisdom Shrine long enough that BCM can roll on in. Mickey hits him with the Echo Slash, and the Centaur's pretty committed here. He's going to die. Slight chains, BZM coming through. Arrow's going to slip on by as they do have the death on Mickey, the TP away from Nisha. They do secure the Wisdom Shrine. Now chasing in after Boxy, and this time it's Liquid with a bit of over-aggression, trying too hard to push Iron Wing down the chart. They try to get both Wisdoms. It does not work.
I think it's too ambitious. No level 6 on the Kez and no Magnetize. They're going to be able to bring numbers there. It's too difficult of a fight. Yeah, you had vision for the play, but you gave up a lot to try and make that.
Oh, did they get back-to-back deaths on Mickey?
Oh, that's
nice
huge
play. BCM sticks around. Level 6, nowhere to be found for Mickey.
What a heads-up read. Now your Ember's straight back in this game. The Kez gets shut down.
And they want back-to-back deaths on 33 at the same time, though. And, well, they're going to have it, too, because there's no TPs in for Liquid. That will also secure them the power rune. There are some heroes that are struggling in this game.
Absolutely.
None more than the Centaur.
He's having a real rough time. This SD is killing it right now. Tofu, 5-1 start for him. This is why we need to see this hero more.
Darkseer has his Helmadom. 33 does not. So Ace is going to be ahead of 33 for likely much of the game at this rate.
And the wild thing is Lone Druid is still the top network despite what happened.
Yep.
That's how bad this game could have been between the LD and the Darkseer if he just been able to shut him down straight up. So
oh my god, they're going for back-to-back kills on Mickey?
No.
All right.
No. We chill. That's too much.
They got level 6. I mean, Pure is down here. They definitely could have still made a play at some point if Mickey put himself in a bad spot. Nobody wants to be top on Iron Wing, it seems.
This is another game you're not afraid to slow it down if you're Iron Wing. And just let the bear farm up his timings.
Roland's going to land. Can they get the shackle shot? Not even necessary. Just the silence is good
So
enough.
bad.
Disruption into roll. Deadly combination.
Very nice combination. Tofu owning this game. He has been a menace. Pun intended.
And so much damage being done to the mid lane that Nisha will claim the mid tower with an Earth Spirit at 10 minutes.
Somehow Darkseer's top net worth, the Earth Spirit destroyed mid. And despite the Kez dying, the Centaur got annihilated early. So super nice triple lane win for Liquid off some sick execution there in a really good spot now. And they can try and keep snowballing this game if they combine some ion shells on the Earth Spirit, look for some more disruption setups. They have some nice little kill combos. Maybe Boxy's that odd man out here. I don't know if he's found a lot in this game with the Wind Ranger so far.
Terrorize lands on a 2, setting up the EZM as he gets the power rune. Arrow's not going to land. Oh, he's got Demonic Purge. That's trouble. Stampede goes off, though. That's the counter that Iron Wing lined up in the draft against the Shadow Demon pick.
Still got White on there.
They did.
Gold continues to flow for Liquid. And it's only that lone Druid finding anything right now. This bear is going to have to put some heroes in his backpack, carry him over the finish line.
And isn't Shadow Demon kind of a problem for Lone Druid as well?
Yes, it's a good matchup.
Demonic Purge and Disruption, both keeping the bear off of heroes. Hurricane trying to keep his creep alive. Pierre's going to chase after it, see if he can get the entangle.
Even some stacks waiting.
Yeah, plenty of stacks. Does Iron Wing have any stacks?
Nah, it's just aggression. Some of the camps got blocked out.
Okay, so a 2,000 net worth lead plus gold on the table. 33 does finally get his Helmet Dom, so we'll see how well he recovers here. Speaking of that Helmet Dom, Ace almost loses his. Not quite, though. Pure takes down the tower. Not much they could do about that one.
Still having himself a very solid game. TP bottom pre-ulted.
Tofu, he might be a smoky Moonlight Shadow play, actually, from Iron Wing. Is going to cut across the map, but it looks like Liquid have retreated in force. They're going to go back to mid.
Kill Boxy.
Boxy. He backs up right into Ari, and there's that slight chains into arrow combination, making for easy pickoffs, especially on the supports. Nisha will catch up the Whitemon, who's already used all his leap charges, so they'll still trade off 1-for-1 in supports. But another power room for Iron Wing. At least they're getting BZM that much.
Some space for the Centaur. He desperately needs in this game. Nisha does not want to give up the
roll. Landed. Nisha, a second
damage.
support and the bounty rate.
Ion Shell on top of the big right clicks. The connection is just too much.
Yeah, it is pretty nasty.
A lot of pressure on Pure in this game 3. I'll tell you that much.
Tufu's relentless, man. He demonic purges him. Here comes the roll in from Nisha. Silence, magnetize, stampede. Reset. BZM almost dying there. Had to dodge away from that last shadow poison hit. Meanwhile, the bear locks him down long enough for the arrow to land on Nisha. Nisha looking for a roll away. One more second. Here comes the Mickey, though. Mickey with the Raptor. Knocks down Pure and got the damage enough for Whitemon to take out. They finished up Nisha. They got a big kill for Iron Wing, but it was so costly because the one hero who's been having a game for Iron Wing was this lone druid, and now he's spending 30 seconds on the sidelines.
Couldn't finish the Mjolnir either. Just right before his timing. The connections from Liquid on point. As the Darkseer continues to get fatter and fatter in this game, he's going to be a problem. His Shadow Demon, he's already been a problem. What a force in this early game. 5-1-4.
And Tofu just having an incredible time here. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hurricane back in front of the Ion Shell. Ace will just be a nuisance here. The Ember Spirit tries to chase after him, but with the Air Spirit, he wants these supports, that's for sure. He doesn't care about the tanky heroes. Maybe he'll go for BZM when the setup is there. And it'll be Mickey, cuts him off at the pass. BZM having to use remnants. He just never has remnants out. He just keeps on having to use them. He's either dying or remnanting backwards.
Gonna miss his power rune too. Amp damage, a big one. The aggression just doesn't stop.
Keep on rolling after Whitemon. Demonic Purge does not result in the death of him, but again, lead charges dwindling for Whitemon.
Dire's
You just don't want to group too much and let the rat action pick up for Iron.
Right.
They have heroes that can rat the map, particularly when that Ags on the Lone Druid's done, but this Dom creep was being pretty efficient. 33 stacked the Ancients with it and then killed the wave bottom, so this Centaur is recovering pretty quickly. There's a nice little arrow.
Yeah, they'll still get the better of some of the map, and they'll still get these pickoffs. So Liquid are getting kills, but they're not really increasing the gold lead that much.
You just don't want to get overhyped, you know, or running them over. Let's keep doing it. Like, you got to play controlled, play for your timings. You have a really fat Darkseer in a game where he wasn't supposed to be this fat, so he's going to have a really fast pipe. That is something you can take advantage of to drag Iron Wing into some disadvantageous 5-on-5s if they decide to group.
Yeah, you're kind of really all in on the Lone Druid at that point. An early pipe, there goes all the damage from Iron Wing. Are you going to see the heart build from 33? No surprise there. Mickey's going to run into Ari, hit him with a Bramble, Terrorize, follow up. Stampede to track him down, hit the stomp, and they got him.
What a
nice pickup there. Ari sets it up, put a nice aggressive ward down that's going to spot Nisha, so
there's that amp
hopefully
damage.
Not get caught here.
They can wait out this rune and super value. Another pick
See him
off.
snipes Boxy on the other side. Now Boxy, BZM is going to be hit by the silence though. Chains it up. Arrow slips on by. Is he going to take out from the magnetize? He's got poison on him too. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Nisha with an amp damage. Getting some work done here.
He was out of remnants there. Just no way out.
Yeah, and then he's going to barrel down with the surge, chasing after Whitemon, saying, I know you don't have leash charges.
Jeez. You know,
Another
chill,
power rune
chill,
out
man.
on the fields, and he's going to get it too. He's heading up there. It's going to be haste.
Yeah, why not? Amp damage into haste, 3-1 and 9 start. He's got Ion Shell to back it up. It's not like this hero just demolished the previous 2 games or anything.
yeah. There's something about this guy. They could have caught the initiation cleanly there on Pure, but he activates his true form. They still really want to take this.
Gotta be a little
Nisha's
careful.
in some trouble. Nisha is very
Okay, yeah.
backing back in. Ace, he has the curse crowned on him. That's going to be trouble. Trying to run himself away. He needs to tell the Dom Creep to hurricane him out of here. Box is trying to protect him. Nice shackle shot. That helps a lot. Maybe the slide chains results in the death of him. Disruption buys a bit of time, but it's going to be into the stomp he goes. Demonic Purge and 33 actually TPs away here. The vacuum on cooldown.
Really couldn't get anything else there. Kind of an impressive disengage from Liquid. Bad overextension on that Earth Spirit, though. Just not respecting the LD damage coming out with that Mjolnir done.
Yeah.
At point blank range. Pretty overwhelming with the chain entangling too. That's gonna accelerate this Ags. Again, I think Liquid just getting a little too anxious in the moment, right? Like, you're feeling the momentum in this game, you're trying to force the action, but you are giving up some big kills. And Iron Wing are recovering. They always recover, they always squirm their way out.
Supports Boxy, snipes them both down as despite the bit of over-aggression from Nisha, he says, I'm not going to let that stop me. No, not going to play scared.
It's funny now both of the mids are kind of down there in the pack. Like, BZM just dragging him down. This was what I felt last game.
Down into the muck and mire he goes. Aghanim Scepter almost done for Pure. Will he get it without getting ganked, as he is farming underneath the ward right now?
Look at his levels, 15 already for this bear.
Yeah.
That's all that solo XP.
It's nasty.
It's a big boy.
Ooh, Mickey, that's going to be a rough one. Raven's Veil, quick dispel, trying to get rid of the Bramble, but they got him on the chains. Arrow.
Man, Mickey, he's been caught in this series. Other in game 1 and 3, he's had some deaths that are setting Liquid back. Game 2, he played a perfect timing here.
Well, can Ace get here in time to stop these? If he vacuums,
nope, no vision. Tormentor's up in a minute, so you do have to think about crossing the map here. A little scary to go through the gate right now.
Oh, they're actually gonna. They channeled the Helmet Dom creep to go through. Moonlight Shadow being used. Ace doesn't know it, but he's being spotted every step of the way here. Actually, Surges runs away after showing on that Watcher. Makes a break for it. They're going to run after him. Slight change. Oh, he went to the neutrals.
That is unlucky.
That is super unlucky. That could have been an arrow pickoff.
That was a guaranteed kill.
And that would have maybe led into Tormentor, but now Liquid kind of have a fighting chance here to take that part of the map back. While Pure with his Aghanim Scepter flying out to him, the Rat is really about to begin.
That picks up here.
Combine that with the Heart being done on 33, his recovery completed.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. These guys always wiggle out of these rough situations. You can't get overexcited. And now all of a sudden, this game is extremely even. Next team fight win's going to break it open.
And if the story of game 1 and game 2 was the heft, the meat, the beef that was being brought in, surely that's got to be Iron Wing's favor here.
Right now,
right?
yeah.
Lone Druid and Centaur.
As long as you get the LD. Oh, yeah, he doesn't even need to join the fight. Bear plus Centaur Heart is king of the map right now until Earth Spirit gets a little tankier. Kez is too squishy at the moment.
Yeah.
Can't hang with the big boys.
Well, that may not be that way forever. And Kez may be one of the answers to all that tank, right? It's a hero that really just doesn't run out of damage.
You're just worried about this bear accelerating right now. You don't want this game to turn into a situation like we've seen with a lot of these LD and Furions in particular, where he ends up 6 or 7 net worth ahead. And it just feels out of reach to take any sort of fight against it.
Cute play with the Helmet Dom Creep sitting on the high ground, trying to scout out the Tormentor play. They kill it, though. They take the Tormentor. They pop the Glyph to defend their tier 2 in the top lane, which Pure, knowing that they're doing Tormentor, is trying to cause as much devastation to the other side of the map. Stampede to catch up to the heroes left behind. Here's that rapid TP play. The Fear pushes them into the Bramble. The Curse Crown's done, chaining it all up. Ace will die.
Ari's really found some beautiful setups in the series.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he just finds these little angles. He knows where you're going to be alone. Calls the team at the right moment. Bear even gets to join this for some extra gold as he gets the 5x streak, some revenge from that laning phase. 500 gold to Pierre's pocket, and you're starting to see that gap open up at the top of the chart. This is the big concern for Liquid. If you start bleeding some random kills, it's not the kills that are the concern. It's what the Bear gets in the minute afterward.
Right. Leap away. Whitemon juking up. Nisha will still find him. Back down. Mickey will catch him on the grappling claw. Tofu is the one to get it with his Blink Dagger reveal. He is a level 12 Shadow Demon, and he did get the shard off of Tormentor.
Oh, he's having a great game still. But the Bear gets the tier 2 bottom.
The Bear. Every single time you make a move, the Bear is making a bigger move.
They're going to smoke Nisha before his BKB is done. He's 150 off. It's kind of an awkward time for him to jam himself into a fight. Maybe you're just looking for a casual pick-off into Roche.
Yeah, playing for like a power rune pick.
Yeah. Wave is getting dragged off of mid by Centaur.
Of course.
By the Centaur.
Which means the smoke is going to be wasted on the Earth Spirit. He has to show. Foxy has some idea about some heroes here, but seems like BZM has a similar read.
Bear watch.
And soon we're going to have to go back to bottom lane.
It's 4K ahead. He's getting to that 6 or 7K gap where the game becomes real scary to play the map.
Just going to backdoor the mid tower. Easy. Takes the courier, takes the tower.
The vacuum's online.
Hoovering up the map.
I will say that the thing that makes this LD pick really scary is they have nothing to kill this Bear.
You don't think Kez can handle it?
No. Not with this build up and not from his position. This is the Darkseer problem. Darkseer
if he was like
the Bear for a long time.
Yeah.
He can go Ags maybe, but
if he had gone the Deso build,
sure,
that's better for dealing with Bear. But
it's just a free LD. Like he's just going to do whatever he wants on the map. And you see Liquid, they're not even trying to kill this Bear, right? You could demonic purge it, run it down. It just takes so much effort and time. It's not worth it. You need to get something else in the meanwhile, and they're going to force the Roshan. It's just something that Iron Wing, I think they would want to respond to it, but they're just not in the position.
Yeah, not in the best map spot to go to it.
Liquid
is going to run across, but
this Aegis is not the most important in this game.
Do you think Liquid's confident about their scale? Like if they're not trying to hunt down this Bear,
they have Earth Spirit. Your scale's always good with Earth Spirit.
Dota Plus once again hates Liquid. Say it's a 2080 game.
It's not that bad for sure.
No. But would you agree that Iron Wing is favored? Maybe not by a lot.
They are.
All right, here's a big damage test. Kez versus the bear with a demonic purge on it. Couldn't actually kill the bear. Disruption, maybe they can kill the bear now. Hit it with another Echo Slash, but they've overcommitted perhaps. Ace is going to help out though. Vacuum, pull him back into the wall. Chase after the Centaur now. Goes for a TP away, terrorize. Not even necessary, but the roll in from Nisha will catch Ari. So got a bear, got a Dark Willow.
I think Iron Wing are favored, assuming this bear's trajectory continues. But if there's a misstep, Liquid Scale will kick in behind this Earth Spirit at some point. The Kez is going to start to ramp up the damage, and it will not be as straightforward. So they have to execute really well behind the LD's timings. He has a 5K gap now. Again, I think you're looking for around the 6 to 7K gap, and that's where you can really strike in this game. Probably around the time this Aegis expires. That's what we're looking at. Nisha bottom. He does have BKB here.
Gonna have to pop at his arrow. Threatens his life. They managed to block the rollout. So
he has no TP score.
Yeah. They're just gonna chase him down. He puts the Magnetize, kicks away the Ember Spirit, but now 33 is gonna catch up to him, hit him with a stomp, and down goes Nisha. No teleport scroll, eh?
What happened to it? It's off cooldown, so you just didn't buy another one? Huh? Interesting.
Cores and not having TP scrolls, a tale as old as time.
And he used that 9-second BKB. That's a costly. That's one of those costly random deaths that it's not going to break the game or anything, but man, you feel good getting that as Iron Wing.
Oh yeah.
And again, it's what does the bear get after all these little plays? It's just
what does the big bad bear do? Foxy spotted, makes a run for it. Got him on the Curse Crown, not the Bramble though. That was soaked up by Mickey, and his Manta will block away the arrow. Look at the bear though. It's going to start on Mickey. Already got him down to half HP. Don't want to overcommit for it though. It is still the Aegis after all. They got a shackle onto the bear. The bear finished off Kez. Nice stop there from 33, hitting onto 2. Pure chasing after it, but the bear finally dies to the
arrow.
Arrow lands onto the Kez, followed up with a Terrorize perhaps. Ace trying to help him out where he can, but now another bear comes through. Terrorize goes out. Beautiful shackle shot. Disruptor trying to bail out the Kez. Can he get away with grappling claw up to the high ground? Now here comes the roll in from Nisha. Mickey hiding away in the trees. 33 trying to hunt it down the parry. He won't be able to protect himself. The roll in on BZM, keeping up the damage, chasing after him. It's the Magnetize, pop the BKB, trying to deal with this tanky heroes. The Ember Spirit's going to fall. What about 33? He's got the one with the heart, but it looks like they can cut him down to size. Meanwhile, from the side, Whitemon does manage to help out. He kills Boxy with the help of Ari, but now Whitemon committed. Will be the final death in this series. A double kill for Ace off of that series. 2 bears, 3 deaths on Iron Wing. Did Liquid win that?
They do win it. The quick wit healing up Ace was pretty nice there. Just able to exist in the fight with the Darkseer Earth Spirit and eventually wear through this Ember Spirit's remnants. He just doesn't have enough capability to take a long fight. Ari's still looking for a little something here. I don't know if that's
fall
gonna
a
work.
little bit shy to catch Ari on the stun, so he'll blink out.
But no bear for a long time is going to hurt Pure's trajectory here a lot. That's a big deal. Just took so long to kill this Kez. It's like they needed the evasion pierce. That was a big factor. He still had the butterfly advantage that he will not have forever. But man, look at all the spells they have to throw into him. He got up on the cliff, and then you had to chase him up the cliff. It was just a mess on the 2 lives. So you won't have benefit of that Aegis in the next fight if you have to fight for that Aegis.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Like, Kez died, Lone Druid didn't, but it's Lone Druid who's hurt more by it because his cooldown on the bear is longer than Mickey's death timer.
You're missing all that net worth for so long.
Well, at least he can still farm with his hero. Isn't that fun?
It's true. Look at him go. He's thriving right now.
He even gets his own neutral item like he's a real hero. I think that's the change they should have put in. The hero doesn't get a neutral item. Only the bear does.
Start.
Creep dying. Bing, bing, bing. One is going in.
Oh, the bear's back. Working towards that MKB. He's going to be a huge damage power spike against the Kez here.
Gem picked up for Liquid, so they'll start dealing with some of the wards out on the map, but that will not stop the rat that is happening. You can see Iron Wing playing the borders, playing the corners.
They're going to stall out this game until that next Rosh is available, and that's going to be their moment to try and strike and turn the momentum here. So Liquid need to extract
And
as
doesn't have
much as they
BKB. This would be a big pickup if they could get it. Got him on the silence. Will that be good enough? Nope. Stampede to help him get out of there. Nisha will chase a bit further, but the BZM is gone. Moonlight Shadow and Stampede both being used there, but well worth it to make sure that BZM gets his BKB, which he has now.
I will say, I'm still not convinced by this Ember counter pick in this game 3. I feel like it's having the same impact as game 2, maybe a better game for him. But he's still really poor. The map's being absorbed by his other 2 cores, and he's just kind of playing a sacrificial Ember, which I don't think is doing a lot against this Earth Spirit. Like, does Nisha care about whatever's happening in the fight? He's just playing his game. He's magnetizing everybody. He's rolling on through.
Nice deny of an Arcane Rune, which Nisha really would have wanted.
There's MKB on the bear, by the way, plus the level 20 talent. That's another damage upgrade. Hits a lot harder now. So you really have to be careful where you're showing heroes. If you just get randomly caught out by Pure, he's going to annihilate you in the one-on-one.
Yeah, that's why the supports are going to have to just kind of huddle around Nisha, who's the one holding the gem. They cannot really separate and play out on the map, unlike Iron Wing, who can definitely do that with a little bit less of a risk, though. Perhaps a risk of death all the same.
Can't hide from Nisha.
Apparently not. And Tormentor to be taken for Liquid. Definitely see a bit of priority here from the difference between these 2 teams. As much as they mirror each other, Liquid seem to prefer Tormentor a bit more, and Iron Wing have a little bit more of a play for Wisdom Shrines.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the sides of the map, but sure.
Well,
that's fair too. I guess Wisdom Shrines are on the side of the map.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not the Wisdom Shrines, they just happen to be there.
I think that is more the case, yeah.
An Aghanim Scepter done for the Shadow Demon. So, ooh, this is quite the Power Rangers moment here. Mass TPs over to the side. They're going to try and fight Iron Wing here. Shadow Realm dodging. A shackle shot attempted. Hit him with a silence. Hit him with a vacuum. Pull him back in. Got a little bash on him. Of course, he's got BKB and he's got a Remnant out. Meanwhile, the Bear took the tier 2 and still got out.
Oh, it died. Never mind.
Okay, it did not get out.
Well, it got out and then it died.
And then it came back alive.
That's right.
It's the circle of life.
Instant Rosh spawn. Holy. Okay.
With an amp damage.
Yeah, that's
on the other side.
Insanely good for Liquid. You just do it here? Maybe
Oh, wow.
you can't do it fast.
If you're Iron Wing, do you just contest it here with an amp damage bear?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty risky because you just resummoned.
I just think they're assuming it's not an instant spawn, which I guess Liquid are as well.
Yeah, nobody checked inside the pit, I guess.
Okay.
No Helmadam, no power shot, nothing.
So finish the BKB for the bear, which is quite spooky. I guess you're going to have to commit some demonic purges on it.
Yeah, well, which is why Tofu went for the Aghanim Scepter. As many ways to inhibit the bear as possible.
There it is. Are Liquid bold enough to force this Roshan? It would be a little spooky to do straight up right here.
Send out the Kez Illusions, the scan on point. Of course, Roshan is going to roar.
You have a berry summon in 30 seconds too. It's not as if Pure is only having to play with one.
Boxy sitting in a position to break smokes.
Send it.
Look to run down and force tap down from Cliff if necessary. Nisha going after BZM. Meanwhile, Mickey battling up against the Bear. BKB, Raptor Dance, Bear getting a little bit low. Shadow Demon right in the midst of this. They do have a really good backing walls laid out here. That Bear is dead. And so is 33.
Okay.
Nisha's going to chase him down roll after roll. This Centaur isn't taking his all.
What just happened?
Nice arrow land on Boxy. Whitemon does what he can. Whitemon dies all the same. 4 dead on Iron Wing. Liquid made that look easy.
They just spent the entire fight trying to kill the Kez, and the Kez just sat there and hit him back.
Yeah.
And just nothing happened.
I mean, they had no stunts on him. All he had to do was Manta and
Yeah.
Tangle pop Raptor Dance. And he was kind of untouchable.
Like, Arrow hits the Wind Ranger, and then you just don't have anything to throw on Mickey. He just gets a sick Raptor Dance. He hits the parry. He just walks it off. The Bear's just dying to focus fire on the poisons. Like, they're a really weird fight for Iron Wing. Just no clear focus of who they're bringing down, where the damage is going. They spent a lot of time hitting the Kez, and they gave up on that. They're trying to kill the Ranger. They gave up on that. Interesting that ended up so one-sided. And now all of a sudden, did you miss your moments to take this game over with the Lone Druid? Because we're heading into Earth Spirit territory. He's level 20. He's got that talent. He's got another Arcane Rune.
Yeah, I mean, same for the Kez, right? Like, this is another dangerous hero that has some crazy talents. Arrow, it does land. Of course, nothing Iron Wing can do about that, especially with the saves available, but most importantly, the Aegis, 4 minutes left on that. So Liquid, a lane of Bears. Now, they will be forced to deal with bottom where the Bear is doing bear things. Trying to land the shackle shot, BKB Pure. Very careful with that. Cannot afford to lose another Bear.
Needs to keep the farm rate up in this game. Needs as much damage as he can muster. Because he needs to pull his other 2 cores into the game. Like, that's the biggest thing. He needs to win the team fight so this Ember Centaur can recover. Find some impact of their own. They're just non-factors right now.
Oh, BCM. Oh, good slice to Remnant out. That was a dangerous moment there for him. If he got Demonic Purged, he wouldn't have been able to throw that Remnant very far. Probably would have died.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Oh, look at Ace. Hurricaned his Helmet Dom creep on the high ground to give him some temporary vision. He'll die, though. Tofu attempting to find that bear again. They do manage to get a vessel on it. Power shot trying to stop it here. Ooh, the bear. Got to be careful of the bear, though. Putting damage on it, making sure that it can't get back to its owner. Kez trying to catch up with all the mobility he's rocking, but there's the cleanse. Lost sight of the bear. It dips into the trees and out.
Still an item ahead. Where do you really go from here if you're Pure? That's a big question.
Is Ace gonna, the 33 and Ace gonna run into each other?
No. They're chilling.
How did he not? Okay.
Oh, he doesn't like that trail, though.
Something smells bad. Daedalus done for Mickey.
This game is becoming scary for Iron Wing. I thought they were going to be able to strike. Oh, that's a nice arrow. I thought they were going to be able to take a more convincing fight with this Bears advantage. It's just not panned out. The 5-on-5 is just too difficult.
You got the gem on Nisha. He's going to spot the bear. This is what they want. They want to kill this thing. Catches up to it. Pure fears him away, but he's going to run into the rest of the heroes. Got a dust on it. Shackle shot goes out, but he activated the BKB in just the nick of time.
He's certainly creating some space.
And he really is. And he's got the other bear off cooldown, so he's managed to wade through this dangerous period. Only up 7K. Liquid do have the lane of barracks, or not even the full lane, just the melee. Roll in after BZM. BZM, oh, the shackle shot didn't land. BKB, but he's going to get bashed up by the Kez. Stopping that TP out. BZM makes the read, though, and was quick to Remnant and Stampede out. Amp damage left behind for Nisha.
I think Iron Wing need hexes in this game. They need to have a situation where they can create an all-in threat on these cores. There's going to be disruption, sure, but it has to come from somewhere. I just don't see these 3 cores doing it. I don't think the Ember Centaur are presenting enough of a damage threat.
Way to punish heroes when they chase after this lone druid. Shackle shot does land. BKB is on cooldown. They know it. 2 of the arrow land. Mickey, he's got the Aegis, of course, so not something that Iron Wing can overextend on, but they can go for this kill on Boxy, that's for sure. Got it. Now the bear. There goes the Raptor Dance, killing 1 bear. Getting a little bit of damage on the 33. Disruption goes out. He turns around a lot of damage with that double edge.
He's a big boy.
33 is not to be trifled with. Yeah, he'll take him out. The BKB TP away. Got the Aegis out of the equation. More TPs.
They got to defend base right now. This tag team duo, Earth Spirit Darkseer, is just doing work in the base.
Trying to stop him getting out.
They're going in.
And damage roll back in. I mean, that's a crazy play when they only have the two of them here.
He's just getting real strong, though.
Yeah, he is. And he has BZM's number in this series, it seems. Or at least in this matchup of Earth Spirit versus Ember.
Yeah, I don't know how it's him having BZM's number as much as, you know.
Earth Spirit's a pro-cast hero.
He's just on a different class of hero right here.
Tier 3 soon to fall. Liquid putting Iron Wing under the pressure here, even though Iron Wing is not that far behind in net worth. They definitely feel like one bad team fight, the game is over. And there's nothing being ratted right now either. The Bears farming, but the base is safe, so Liquid just get a lane for free.
You have to find a way to turn the momentum. Butterfly for the bear, maybe that's it.
Yeah, with an Ag Synth, open up that slot, throw the Butterfly in.
Still gonna have to be some insane execution in terms of landing the control. Like, that's the biggest thing for Iron Wing. They just haven't been able to control some of these cores long enough for the bear to get the job done.
You know the bear is here. See if they can get another BKB usage out of it. Vacuum's not going to land. Roll up. They spot the bear. It's too far gone.
You don't want to waste too much time with this. You just want to get the map control, fix the lanes, take a heads-up fight.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting to a position now with that top lane pushed in. Now Liquid can kind of live on the bottom side of the map, right? The bear can push out top and can go for the tier 3, but it'll just naturally push back anytime the bear isn't there.
I'm just trying to figure out what
another torment.
What is going to change the power level for Iron Wing? Because the bear is capped. The Centaur, there's nothing to cart in this game. And this Ember is just, like, he's going to go Lincolns. He's already kind of doing the damage he's doing. He has Ags. It just doesn't feel like enough. Now you have that Bloodstone coming out for the Earth Spirit. To me, this is the timing. You get to 25 and you have Bloodstone, I think you're favored against anything. It's just so stupid.
Let's see if they funnel the Wisdom Shrines to Nisha in order to speed along that level.
Oh, you do
25.
for sure. You do for sure.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe that's a point of attack for Iron Wing. He smoked his Wisdom Shrine.
Iron Wing are going to go for the contest. The bear is not pushing out top lane right now. It's a Helmet Dom creep.
Nisha gets it.
He does. Pushing to level 24. If he gets the Wisdom Shrine on the other side,
He's
that
going.
is-
Yeah, this
he's
is
almost level 25.
This is the priority you want. They understand the timings on these heroes, what you're playing for. No need to rush things. Slow, methodical crawl to this point in the game where you become unstoppable.
Because if you get that 25, you'll have the big advantage for the Roshan fight, which is coming up. But Iron Wing, he pushed out with the smoke, the first big smoke play from them in quite some time. And they didn't get anything. Liquid actually played it conservatively enough. They dodged at least the initial move. See if anybody stumbles into this trap that is currently set by them. They do have a ward in the triangle that's spotting some of Liquid right now, but I don't know if they want to smoke into that.
Seems impossible to go into that area. You don't know what the buyback situation is.
But I mean, if you want to contest Roshan, you got to get over there. Otherwise, you're giving up on yet another Aegis to them. Whitemon being chased down. Not much he could do about that one. Nisha has infinite mobility, and they see the big threat that is, okay, that's a level 25 Earth Spirit. What do we do about that?
Inevitability. That is the strength of this hero.
I am inevitable.
This is where this is what I was talking in the draft. I haven't seen anybody figure this part of the hero out. Like, what do you do when he gets to this point? Is it the answer you just can't let him get here? If your plan is you can't let him get here, then I think this game was a little flawed.
Yeah, that's a hard to execute plan for sure.
Otherwise, someone's got to come up with something, or you just ban it, because it's a problem. It's a really big problem.
Time for Ocean. Seemingly Iron Wing hear the roar and do not gun for the pit. So they are playing for a high ground defense. That is going to be one hell of a hold if they can pull it off. Again, not down in net worth. Like, they're only down by 6K, which is not very much in 44 minutes. It's just what we've seen from the strength of the heroes in the clash.
Net worth is not the same. The impact from these heroes is way higher on the side of Liquid.
Right. Is it possible to flip that script?
I think hexes do. If you can somehow get to some hexes on the supports or something, that it's so much net worth away, but that would change it a lot. A third bear helps. A refresher on the main lone druid.
And Tofu is a 15,000 net worth. He's got a Blink Dagger, Boots of Travels, Aghanim Scepter, Aeon Disc.
Gonna give refresher shard to the Darkseer here. They're debating who wanted it. Double vacuum, double wall, pretty juicy.
His level 20 talent is Demonic Purge cooldown, which I assume he's going to get, given how good Demonic Purge is in this game.
You're definitely throwing one on the bear no matter what. You might throw both on the bear. You could definitely Purging Ember is nice too.
And then Demonic Cleanse on the Kez. Because he gets that BKB.
It'll help. He has Aegis right now.
Just kind of make sure he gets off the Raptor Dance no matter what.
There's third bear.
Third bear. Can 3 bears stop the bird?
We're about to find out. High ground on the menu. Can always pull him out, right? You gotta test this at least.
Yeah. They can just poke at it. Nisha can.
The real downside is the rat from the speaker bear. That's what you're worried about a little bit.
What except for Nisha backing on 2. Pulls him in into the wall. Attempted Raptor Dance, but a good disengage from Iron Wing. Managed to get out of the Raptor Dance. Heroes are low, but they're healing up in the fountain.
Lost the Magnetize.
Got the tier 3. Nisha actually did manage to kill Ari, so he couldn't out-heal that. Looks like a quick buyback from him. Bear's in trouble. Demonic Purge. It'll be the death of one of these bears. Refresh and another bear coming out. Here comes the Ember Spirit diving in. Another bear under assault, 1,200 damage out from the crate. But Big A's almost dead, and the bear not quite dead yet. It's going to tick out bear soon, though. And now we have a second life of the bird. 2 birds, 3 bears roll in. Next ties. Oh, he almost got him with the arrow. Oh, they just need a little bit more coming out of the disruption, but he parries. He heals back up a bit. And now the Raptor Dance, it goes to work. He heals back up. Oh, the bear is still trying. The cheese goes over.
No more bears.
And the Kez stays alive. No more bears left for Iron Wing. No more threat against the bird. And Nisha is rolling all over them in the back lines.
Her spirit prevails.
Once again, oh, Boxy even with the cheeky 4-staff outside of the fountain. That'll be Megas. That will be the game with 3 heroes dead, no buyback. GG is called, and Liquid will triumph over their rivals in Iron Wing. And they will claim a 3-1 placement.
Yeah, what an impressive group stage from them. If you think about where this team was, even like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
They have really figured a lot out. I think a lot of it goes to the support duo, figuring out the heroes they want to play, who's getting the farm priority, switching Tofu more to like that 4 from the safe lane, and Boxy with this roaming 5. A lot more scale in their lineups, putting Ace on his heroes and not worrying about the meta. And then they're figuring out the 1s and 2s that are going to carry him over the finish line, and that's what it's about. And this lineup comes together. They team fight super well. They know how to scale. They know how to play for each other in the team fights, and the mechanical ability was always there. So it looks real solid in this game 3. I think this game, if you're going to point to something in the draft, it is this Earth Spirit exchange. I don't think this Ember is a good enough response. Like, you would need a better answer to this hero because the clock's just ticking the whole time, and you can feel it. Yeah. I think the early laning exchanges that Liquid found were also huge. This game does not look remotely the same if they...
Which is also quite nice. You have Alina who can go Mjolnir, which is fine. Not amazing into Phantom Lancer, but workable enough. I don't know how much value the Natsumi Phantom Lancer can have. Mind you, if you have a good lane somehow, you get like this really ridiculous Manta Orchid Bloodtorn timing. Phantom Lancer can feel highly oppressive. It's just a matter of, again, the lane setups here for OG. They aren't the easiest to execute on. It's pretty passive in the laning phase. And you look at Gamer Legion. I mean, you've got a Dark Willow that just constantly trades with you, a Winter Wyvern that just has Arctic Burn to toss out every single time, a Lina and a Dawnbreaker that just has so much damage in lane. I don't think your side lanes are going to have too much fun here on OG.
It should be an interesting matchup. I'm not 100% sure either. I mean, I just remember that Natsumi, he used to play a really nice PL, and, it is a PL meta right now, so not overly shocked that they go down this route. I agree the support duo does look pretty weak, John. I'm with you on that. I don't like it at all. Tim's Wind Ranger, Skem Marana, we saw the stats. They weren't exactly very impressive. I mean, the only thing I really feel like I like is this mid Primal Beast of Yopaj, but I just don't think it does enough here in this game. But we'll see. We shall see. This is an elimination series, of course, best of 3. This will be game 1 between Gamer Legion and OG. So backs against the wall for both these sides. Both of us still agreeing that Gamer Legion probably the favorites in this matchup against OG. But I guess only time's going to tell. John, you never really know. Again, both teams need this series win to continue through to the TI playoffs. And, well, here we go. We'll have a quick pause as is standard.
Yeah, the Southeast Asian pause coming through. And we do have, 7 Southeast Asian players here. So pretty standard, It is what it is. Get a little bit of whatever issues they have out of the way. Ghost maybe having a mouse issue. It's always the mice. It's always the headphones. It's always whatever else. We do get the go ahead.
Yeah.
So should be able to get into that game relatively soon. And again, I think the pressure is on OG. If you think about just the history of the orgs, all the eyeballs that are on the side of OG as well, looking to, looking to drag this team up.
There you go, John. Well done, John.
Yeah, if it works for them, hopefully. I don't think it's been helping.
Uh-oh. Raven narrowly avoiding a light strike ray. Had that landed, he was just dead. Gets away. He's all right. Could have been a disastrous start already for OG, but narrowly making it out.
I mean, that was a pretty big commitment out from Gamer Legion. So now you have LSA level 1 for Ghost, which is not ideal. That's going to hold back on some of his laning presence and trade. You wasted the blood grenade as well. And OG can actually make use of this wraparound. There is a ward watching, but they're not going to break the smoke while they're in vision. So this could still pan out here for OG.
It could. Speed. We'll see them eventually. And he's actually just going to walk his way out for now. They won't try. That'll be all she wrote for OG. Seems like Gamer Legion, they'll head up towards the top side and get the banner runes there instead. Is probably just a 2-for-2 trade anyway, and it is. It's maybe a bit of a chase here from Skem to see if he can find speed on this Winter Wyvern, but not quite. They are going to stick around for that range creep as per usual. Maybe Skem sticks around here with Tim's and tries for a quick first blood attempt, but it doesn't really seem like it. Though Tim's is going to run into Ghost. Going to be a bit of chip damage, but that's about it. Skem's leaving the building.
Should just try to start stabilizing these lanes. The top lane's going to be relatively annoying for Natsumi left alone. They don't manage to time Starbreaker. Rather interesting to see the Starbreaker level 1 on that top lane as well. As normally, again, you play with Celestial Hammer, you shove out the wave. Maybe they're expecting, again, some aggression. They don't quite have the Bramble to try to set up for Starbreaker anyhow. You are seeing Skem, because he didn't find a kill opportunity. He does get to go for Starstorm level 1. That is a ton of damage out onto big numbers. He does have the Shadow element a bit.
Well, they're just man-fighting here. Skem, going to Fairy Fire up, but you've got a Shadow Realm available to juke out some of that damage. Both will survive, both very low in the HP pool. I actually don't mind the level 1 Starbreaker here on Fate either, because you just force the Doppelganger early on from Natsumi. It's certainly not going to be the easiest kind of game to land these during the laning stage, that's for sure. Bottom lane, of course, Ghost having the wave pulled back quite nicely, having a pretty free time on the laner. Tim's going to be around to try and mess with him a little bit. But so far, so good for the side of Gamer Legion here. Ghost, again, not really contested whatsoever. Meanwhile, neither is Raven, quite frankly. And I suppose for Raven, that's probably the bigger deal. You know, as the Night Stalker, if you can get off to a decent lane, it can be quite detrimental to the other team. And this is a rather aggressive lane from Gamer Legion with the Lina Winter Wyvern. So you do have to play a little bit on the cautious side if you're Raven.
That you do. Speed's actually held back from even just going for Arc of Burn Harassment and trying to go for that onto Tims anyhow with level 1 Wind Run. Does make it pretty difficult because you're not getting as much presence out here, it feels like, for Speed. It's not really able to zone anyone out. Again, just providing a little bit more room for Raven to actually just play his more passive lane. If you do manage to connect some spells, so there is some good poke, but you know, with triple gauntlets, you don't lose that much HP here on Raven to feel uncomfy. Tim's even getting the room for his own little pull, and Speed just has no answer for the wind run. So overall, you're finding what little you can here on the side of OG. I think the one rough spot for OG has got to be that mid. Right? We've talked about RCY and the Earth Spirit not caring about any of his usual matchups. Certainly doesn't mind Yopaj's melee on melee matchup with Primal Beast either. Like, you see the commitment for trample, you kick them away. The onslaught comes in, you can always just reposition, try to roll out. And Yopaj is tanky, so the kill threat isn't really there, but even then, whenever Yopaj walks too close, RCY is more than willing to just twack him around a little bit. 18-5 up against our Primal Beast at 11-3. Pretty smooth sailing once more for our Filipino bowler here.
It certainly is. RCY is having a great old time, and it has been a bit of pressure. I've been keeping an eye on Yopaj, and just he's not been having the most fun. Like, he missed out on a flag bearer creep earlier as well, trying to get a water rune. Again, just so much pressure with these little plays from RCY. As you can see, RCY just happy to just constantly zone him out. Not easy at all. Certainly the strength of the Primal Beast, it doesn't feel like it's in play at all in this laning phase for him. You kind of need Yopaj to pop off as well to really make sure these side lanes go well. But it seems to be going the other way for now, as we are going to see Tim's making a slight rotation for some water runes, but it is just to ensure Yopaj gets his. RCY is still going to find his own one as well, so no issues here.
No sort of contestations. A lot more emphasis on the side lanes here for both teams. To be fair, they are getting quite a fair bit. Like that top lane where you've got this PL that again had to go for the value point in Doppel. You're not getting a lot in terms of space here. Running up to the creep wave with the threat constantly there on Fade, off this long range poke from Bignum is making it a little bit uncomfy for Natsumi to just try to free farm. A 10 CS deficit in comparison to what you're getting for Fade. 28-9 compared to 18-1. The Stonebreaker's gotten full control of the lane. Ghost, again, he's running away with the lane now. It was a decent enough start for Raven, but you're not getting any value on this Night Stalker at this moment. Still daytime, level 3's up, you've got at least Evening Feast from when that first nighttime hits in, but there's really nowhere for Raven to be. Tims is getting a lot of room to stack, but can't really stop much.
He's going to get a courier. Meanwhile, mid lane RCY does finally get jumped with that trample, but it's not quite enough to get a kill. Does at least force out a rotation from Speed, but Speed, he won't mind being here. Gives a cold embrace and will leave the building. As you can see, Raven just completely avoiding the lane now, just going for the creep skip between the tier 2 and tier 3 tower of the Radiant side. Did find a courier for his trouble, but now he's going to run into Speed anyway. Speed has been making life very challenging for the Night Stalker, as you kind of expect. Meanwhile, mid, we do see a Magnetize out on Yopaj. TB's incoming, but the Magnetize might actually just do it. And it seems like it will. The last tick will get it done. RCY, he's still alive.
What?
Oh, they can't kill him.
Oh.
Oh, that's so demoralizing. He survives it all. This is why you don't give this guy Earth Spirit.
No, you can't. The Filipino boulder showing up again to the Filipino idol. It's the difference with the younger blood, right? Like, you're seeing, I mean, Yopaj, he's been struggling lane. There were some nice small plays RCY's been doing throughout the laning phase too. Like, Yopaj commits with the onslaught, gets denied from the range creep anyhow. RCY is finding all of these small openings to really widen that gap on mid. Yopaj does have a lot of stacks to fall back to, at the least. Again, Tims has had a lot of room to actually get some stacks going. So with the trample and the pulverize, Yopaj should get a decent enough injection. Speed?
Well, Speed's going to get caught out. Pulverize will be there, and Speed he's going to have no way out of this. So that's a nice little pickup here against Speed. Speed, assuming there's a ward in the dive triangle, but it's actually on the other side, is RCY. He'll find Raven anyway. It's not really the worst trade in the world. RCY is still making it worth it, and he'll find a Shrine of Wisdom for his trouble.
They'll find both. You're not set up here for OG to try to snag the other side either. So a very big win for the side of Gamer Legion early on. I mean, at this point, Raven, he's level 4.5. Same level, same EXP as Bignum on our Dark Willow. It's been such a rough time. That kill, it's not even a bonus for OG, right? Like finding that kill on Speed, it's a necessity. Like they need that kind of pick-off. They need to just look for some punishment to come in to get this Night Stalker going. At least the jungle's opened up a little bit more. Yopaj, he does manage to clear out the majority of the stacks. So our Primal Beast, with phase boots up, can start to have a little bit more presence if they want to play around that. Gamer Legion are clumping around RCY, and it's that key timing. Now, level 7, you've got a lot of damage on RCY. You've got Magnetize set to go if you'd want to try to make a play somewhere. A little bit too late to contest stacks, but they are looking to just work some pressure in. They do understand how far ahead they are early on. Get rune control going for RCY as well. OG, you're still again just playing around stacks. Can't really show up against RCY at this point in the game. It's just too much damage on this Earth Spirit. At the least, one benefit for OG, freer side lanes. It doesn't matter for Raven as he's jungling, but Natsumi's getting a little bit more room to breathe on the Phantom Lancer. Power Treads up, Wraith Band up, going for that usual Manta style on our PL. Maybe look for the Axe Rush as well.
Tim's. At least avoid the initial roll, just narrowly. You can see the fear is instilled as a top lane, a bit of a chase onto Fade. Fade is going to be all right. Looks like there won't really be a dive in from Natsumi. Doesn't even bother trying. RCY again now popping an Invis rune, looking down towards the bottom lane. These kind of plays against the Night Stalker, it's just so yucky for Raven. You fall behind a little bit on this hero and it never feels good. You know, you want to play from ahead. That is just not happening right now for Raven. Actually quite far behind on this Night Stalker. There's your earn up now on RCY, and they're just going to start pressuring the tier 1 bottom. You see Raven, like he's just got treads in a soul ring right now. He just hit level 6 as well. So he at least has Dark Ascension to play with finally, but it doesn't really feel like you're going to see the opportunity anytime soon.
No. You're just going to have to surrender these early objectives. Nice free tower coming out for Gamer Legion. I mean, Raven, for his part, considering how far behind he is, getting to snipe a creep wave for free, getting to snag some jungle creeps, keep the summons there to kind of pseudo-block these camps as well. Pretty nice small wins for OG. And at this point, you really have to look for the small wins where you can find them. Another power rune sort of contest. Unlucky for Yopaj. Doesn't quite spawn in his area. RCY gets the regen rune up, so that's basically every single power rune going the way of Gamer Legion at this point. Inside of OG. And this is the one issue with this lineup. Your support duo doesn't do much. You don't really have play. None of your cores are set to go. You're just kind of sitting on your hands, just waiting for farm, dodging out Gamer Legion, and Gamer Legion can just position wherever they want on the map.
But they absolutely can. In fact, they're going to find Tim's. Tim's will pop the wind run and try to go for a run away, but the roll's going to be there, and eventually RCY will have the control and the damage. It's just very easy for him at the moment in this game 1. 4-0-0 already here on this Earth Spirit. OG, it's just back to the drawing board for them at the moment. There's not really any plays they can make. It feels like you're kind of already putting all your eggs in the Natsumi basket with the way things are going. It's just one of those games where the offlane just doesn't exist at the moment. And Yopaj, he has nobody to play with. And this is another thing with the support duo of OG. Like, you got Wind Ranger Mirana. Who's Yopaj playing with?
No one. That's a good snipe, please.
Bignum? It is. It's still going to be a trade, though. It's a good trade. Any trade's a good trade right now for OG, but nothing comes for free.
No. I mean, it's still a pretty big loss for OG because RCY also snipes a couple of stacks as well. He gets the kill. He gets a lot of creeps going for himself. Not the best magnetized, but he does use it to farm at the very least. They've got the room now to just shove up top. And just going back to your point, I think it's not a matter of who connects with Yopaj. It's more that who connects with the supports, because even Yopaj can't really play until the blink's up. So these supports can do something, but there's no port to connect to. They're mass TPing top though.
Yeah, I think they're going to try for Fade. And they will pulverize him up, even a Dark Ascension, to ensure they can kill this man. Though Fade's actually pretty tanky. But they'll get him eventually. It takes 3 cores to get it done, but they'll get it done. Meanwhile, mid lane, RCY, he's going to go for a freebie onto Tim's. Certainly a favorable trade this time for OG. It's just the commitment I get concerned about. You know, that's 3 cores committed for that Fade kill. And it almost felt like if Fade had a teammate, they wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, it's just dicey, right? And you also have to commit the Dark Ascension. So Raven's not going to have presence for like 2 whole minutes. Room for RC
again. Skem is going to leap out into the brambles, though. Has one more leap charge, but the Urn's there. He's just going to tick out. In fact, I say Urn, it's a Spirit Vessel up here for RCY. 5-0-2 now on the Earth Spirit. And I realize this is probably a really weird time to ask, John, but considering how well this guy's been playing during TI, do you think, regardless of results, people are going to try poaching him? Because I'll tell you what, I think everyone's noticed how great RCY is this tournament.
Oh, Natsumi. Oh,
and Natsumi's in trouble. Terrorize going to land. There's no chance in hell of getting out. Back to my question, though, Jonathan. I think some big teams might be watching.
Well, Mike, you've got the entire process, the pipeline wrong. See, the pipeline used to be do well in Southeast Asia, get sniped into North America. RCY, he's already in North America, man. He's Filipino-American. He's settled in there.
That's true.
So how can he be poached if he's already in the team that would have poached him anyhow?
I would respect if he just declined every offer and says, no, power of friendship. I'm staying with Speed. You know, we'll sort something out. Don't worry, boys.
Oh.
Speed, speaking of the devil, you're not making my argument look too good here, Speed. Get it together, sir.
This is the timing for OG, though. That's the blink reveal on Yopaj. This is when they can actually start to connect with the 2 supports, with a core that's actually ready to go. Maybe the BKB makes it a little bit more comfy for Yopaj. No clean cancels outside of the Winter's Curse, of course. So you might still be hanging back and waiting a little bit longer, but it does make it easier to look for opportunities for the side of OG to try to equalize this game. Still, Gamer Legion in a very happy position in this game. 8-4, 4K lead at 14.5 minutes in. A pretty sizable lead at this point. It's quite funny to see as well just how relatively inactive Ghost has been. 0-0-0 on Erlina, just free farming down bot, getting some free harass. No contest. A bit of a smoke out from the side of OG. And Yopaj does have that blink. They do want to start to get that ball rolling back their way on OG.
Top lane. They're going to try for Fade. Fade is by his T1 tower, but he hasn't really got... Oh, boy, that's not the blink they wanted. That's not the blink they wanted. That's unfortunate. And now, well, here comes the cavalry. There's a sentry ward placement. RCY is going to say, what's Raven doing here? And unfortunately, there's no real counterplay to that kind of initiation right now. There's no magnetize, but RCY is going to run right into Skem, onto Yopaj. Now, Yopaj, there's just nothing to be done. He'll walk out of there, but, you know, he dies to the Urn. Speed setting up perfectly with the Winter's Curse into the Solar Guardian. Like, you just love to see that.
Yeah.
Just Winter's Curse into Solar Guardian. It's not something you think about, but it's perfect.
It is. And it's not very cooldown dependent either on the side of the Gamer Legion, at least. Not the longest ones. For OG, I guess some blessings for them. They didn't pop Dark Ascension and Raven, so they could actually look to make another move out, as they will have at least one major spell that's really important for them to actually find these kills. Raven as well, still working towards that blink timing, which, and having 2 cores that can jump in a little bit smoother. I will say for OG, that was such a forced move, right? Because it was daytime. Yopaj was walking in the tree line. He was spotted. I believe he got a glimpse out from the tower as it stands as well. And he just completely missed the vision on Fade. Just again, they don't land a blink. 10-4, 6K lead for Gamer Legion. Ghost again is just going to the point where he's not going to be easy to handle. BKB coming up next here for Arlena. And RCY as well, starting to ramp into that BKB timing of his own. So double BKB timing set to come out. I do love what Fade is doing here as well. We haven't really talked about his itemization. He's going for Radiance on our Dawnbreaker, and just such an important item up against Illusion Heroes. And that mischance, not something that ever feels comfy, helps you identify the real Phantom Lancer a little bit easier with the extra damage illusions take. So there's a ton of value for Fade to get that up. It's a little bit slower, granted, considering that he has been pressured a couple of times in some rotations, but still set to come at a decent timing. He's got the gold for it now.
That he does. Skem. Twin gate usage is there. Skem,
Raven.
he's hanging around. He's going to try and go back through with the Moonlight Shadow. Meanwhile, Ghost will just kill Raven. I almost forgot Raven was in the game. I mean, genuinely, we haven't seen anything from him.
Hey, we saw the one Dark Ascension and the triple core lineup to kill top. Kill Fade
Yes,
off.
we did. That's right.
Speed?
We did see that, John. Speed. He's going to make it a little bit hard, but not that hard. Tims will go ahead and take the kill. Happy days for the Wind Ranger. 6k advantage is still standing here for the side of Gamer Legion. Of course, another hero that I almost forgot about is the Lena of Ghost. He's been free farming this whole time. Top of the net worth board. No struggles whatsoever for him. And well, he's only a recipe away, in fact, 200 gold away from the full BKB up on this Lena. So he's also a very happy boy right now. Once that BKB is up, he could think about getting involved with his team. In fact, speaking of, he might get involved right now because Tim's going to get Curse Crown into the Light Strike array. And Ghost will go ahead, not even flinching, just does it with the right clicks. No Laguna necessary.
No. Quite curious about this build on Ghost. We were talking about, again, the double BKB timing for Gamer Legion kind of ramping up here. And the tier recrafting earlier in the draft for Hydra Spread, he's actually going for the Hydra Spread, which in a game against Night Stalker and Primal Beast feels a bit risky. Maybe he gets enough coverage from this BKB. Pulverize will always be a little bit of a threat onto Ghost. But at the least with BKB, you don't need to worry about Raven. Not that you're worrying about Raven at any point soon anyhow. At least not until his own Blink BKB, which is still miles away. That's the bottom network core, unfortunately. And Gamer Legion, they're just kind of chilling. I mean, they're finding these kills still. They're finding, OG supports going a little bit too far. Finding punishment for some missed plays on the side of OG. But for the most part, they're just kind of farming up here.
Damage. That's so much damage from Speed. So the Arctic Burn, half HP from 3 hits. Fade, not going to give up either. They're going to see him. Skem can do nothing about it. He will die. Just the crippling crossbow with the Arctic Burn. It's just so much damage from Speed.
It's a highly oppressive amount, especially that HP, that health restoration reduction, quite massive. Cuts off. It's going to be really painful for Raven as well. On the eventuality that he does join in, will be a little bit rougher for him to feel tanky. You've got your own timings in OG. At least the one BKB for Yo Punch is just a recipe away. But there's RCY's up. I believe Ghost, yeah, he's already got his, just working with the Hydra's Breath. So you could start playing now.
Him's going to be able to run away with the wind run, but the chase does continue. Bigner does just snipe him. His Fade, meanwhile, he's getting chased, but it just feels like they're not even ambitious for it. Like they don't want it. Solar Guardian, it gets cancelled off at least. Fade, he might be in trouble. They do find Speed. Can they just get out of there? Roll's not going to connect, but RCY is not leaving Yopaj alone. Roll off the mark again. Yopaj, he's going to be okay. It just seemed like it took them a long time to actually commit for that kill. Onto Speed, that is. And I don't quite blame them, because it could have been an expensive kill to secure.
That it could have. At least, again, if you're OG right now, you take what you can get. Any kill, it's a small victory, considering your position in this game. Still, that commitment does open up Roshan here for the side of Gamer Legion. They do still have that damage flying out from RCY and from Ghost. So, not going to take too long. You don't have Dark Ascension. You don't have a clean path into the pit. You don't have BKB on Yopaj, so we'll just have to surrender this one away. 21 minutes, around 42 second Roshan, nice and quick for the side of Gamer Legion. Safety net up for Ghost. And you've pretty much got the BKB timing now for Fade as well, flying out. So does have actually he's skipping the BKB. All right, he's just going back for the harpoon fully, which is fair enough as well. He's doing a ton of damage as we've been seeing up with the chase down. Yopaj? Okay. Bit frisky.
It's all right. Natsumi has the Ags up now on the PL at least, so you got the bonus on the Phantom Rush. So the illusions can be a little bit on the annoying side. Is it going to make the big difference? I don't know, but it certainly does something, I'm sure, for OG. So OG desperately needing anything they can get in this game one. We're going to see another smoke from Gamer Legion heading down towards the bottom lane, and they're going to probably just run right into Scam. Scam does at least clear out the creep wave, but he knows he's dead. RCY, that'll be his 7th kill of the game now. 7-0-5 is his scoreline. It has bought the time, though, for the BKB to be up on Yopaj. So maybe you look to try and force something out of this BKB timing. And you might have a chance very soon, because it seems as though Gamer Legion, they're starting to set up at the top lane.
Fade?
Maybe even mid. They'll try on to Fade. Fade, having a bit of difficulty trying to get out of this one, but you're going to have speed moving in with the Winter's Curse. Shackle is not going to land onto Fade, and Yopaj, he's in big trouble. Natsumi basically taking him out as RCY just finished the job. They'll still try for Fade, but they can't do it. Fade, he's going to move back in with the Solar Guardian now. Just juking and jiving. Roll, not going to be on target for Natsumi, but they can see him. Laguna's going to land. Natsumi is down. 2 down for the price of nothing here for Gamer Legion. They couldn't even finish the job on Fade.
No. And I was going to say for Yopaj, even with the BKB, it feels like your target has to be speed. Because you see the difference that makes, right? Like, Fade gets to run away with a sliver of HP, speeds up there, has the Force Staff, forces him away, gets the Cold Embrace when Raven commits as well. So you just don't have damage to kill off Fade. And yeah, Fade spells don't quite connect. You know, the Solar Guardian lands onto nothing, but you waste so many resources to find that one kill. And the saving play is still there, coming out from our Winter Wyvern. And there's just so much damage to reach out onto this PL. It's not the point where PL is like ultra tanky with a heart or the Scotty to pump up stats. The Splinter Blast is actually doing some work here. Really easy to identify the real PL here of Natsumi. Just has to be so cautious when he does want to try to weave in and out. You're not at the point where that PL is like ultra slippery and scary just yet. It's a workable point for the PL, but not the end game for PL. We're still a ways off from that. We're only 25 minutes in. And it's set to get a little bit tougher here for Natsumi. Ghost, full Hydra spread, just about 900 gold away. So he's going to have that percent-based damage to deal with 2 strength heroes.
See why.
Night Stalker.
Look at it. Scam gets hit with the Boulder Smash. RCY, how deep do you want to go? Not deep. He thought about it. I know he did. But he won't do it. He's got a perfect game going right now on the ES. No need to throw it away. Meanwhile, Yopaj could be getting hunted down a little bit. No. There was a line drawn out towards him, but it doesn't really seem like they're aware he's there. Now they're aware. In fact, they're aware of Natsumi's position. Natsumi being chased down on the PL. Light Strike Array, it's going to land again. Natsumi. He doesn't get the dodge.
Yeah, nah.
This isn't looking good, John. This isn't looking good.
I mean, in the draft, you said PL.
Yeah, I know, John. I didn't like it either. RCY maybe goes down at least. This will be a big one. And they do get him. They found a very nice target in RCY.
Bought a gem out.
He did buy a gem out. Raven going to pop the Dark Ascension, looking to try and hunt down Bignum while RCY is down. They know they finally have an opening to get something done. He'll pop his BKB for this as well. Just so desperate to find a kill here, Raven. And he might get it, but what's it going to cost him? I don't think it's worth his own life.
Well played.
No,
Bignum, he agrees.
yeah, while all that was happening, I was just watching Speed kind of fight Tim's one-on-one. Tim's couldn't quite clean up, doesn't have any damage anyhow. That was also quite funny to see, just Pos 4 versus Pos 5 and no one dying. Pretty big wins for OG. You have to hand it over to them. They kill off RCY, they take away the gem just as it's picked up. So now you don't really have that defense up against Moonlight Shadows. It's going to feel a little bit safer for OG to try to play around. They can get key wards on the map. They can kind of reel back some control in their own jungle. You have to be mildly cautious for RCY when he is quite far forward without his team right next to him, as there are still some TP points here for OG, and the bot tier 2 was certainly the one that kind of stood in his way a little bit more there. OG, this is a nice little swing back, right? Like, they're still 12k behind. Maybe they can play. They've got wards here. They saw Speed. Yopaj isn't hiding in that tree line.
No, he's not hiding. That's a lot of damage. I mean, my God. That's so much damage. It's just Speed. Do you see that, John?
Oh, Lord.
Half his HP's gone. Just from Speed.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea was there from OG. Like, they had a ward. They saw the gate usage. They saw their smoke break with Speed on top. It was nighttime. There was a very slight chance it could have still gotten like a blink pulverize in, and they don't commit. They hang around. It's not like anyone else from OG was swinging by, and you just find it freely on the side of Gamer Legion.
Moonlight Shadows popped. I mean, maybe they can think about Fade, and they're going to give it a crack, but the Shackle doesn't even land, and Fade, he's a tanky boy. Maybe Terrorize, though, it's going to land. Natsumi, he can't finish off the job. Raven's going to have to BKB and run. Meanwhile, Natsumi's been caught. Natsumi, he's trying to get away, but Ghost is on the chase, and Natsumi is down. Raven's hiding in the trees. He's all right. At least physically, but maybe not mentally.
No.
Maybe not. It's a game for OG. It's one of those games.
And it is. I wanted to say as well, right? Like, if you think about this for RCY, we've talked about him playing against people, he's one of the younger players we have, playing against people he used to watch. Like, now it's people that he used to see go to lands when he didn't, right? Like, back in the DPC era, it was like OB Neon, it was Boom Esports with these almost the same set of players going to the lands, and RCY was in Div 2. Now here he is, TI, playing up against the people that he might have looked up to at some point, and squarely beating, like handily beating them. You do not hand RCY to Earth Spirit at this point. I'm surprised. If you don't have first pick on OG, you can't pick it up for Yopaj. You have to ban it out from RCY. There's just no way you allow this to happen.
He's made this game literally impossible. This bloke, he's just made it absolutely impossible for OG. Yopaj does get the blink away. Mid harpoon. I mean, in fairness, and I know you were saying this in one of the fights, John. You wanted to talk about the PL pick.
Yeah.
The draft. We both kind of agreed. Like, the draft didn't look very promising, to say the least. It just did not look that promising.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I even brought up PL was because it's in meta, and I know Natsumi plays PL and he likes it. But it's certainly not looking like a great game for it.
No, I mean, again, I would have, if Natsumi was on Wind Ranger, at least you could have maybe had a support that could force a play at like 10 minutes in while you're waiting for blinks and BKBs, right? Like, because what ended up happening is you waited for both blink BKB on Yopaj and on Raven, and at that timing, you lost too much of the map space. Smoke does spot or gets broken by Schem.
They won't have a roll in time to Schem. At least going to be able to TP out of there just fine. Fade, meanwhile, chasing down Natsumi now. The Natsumi, he is going to be okay. Natsumi just kind of forced the smoke down all the way to the south to try and secure any kind of camp. But as you can see, Fade is not allowing it. Now the next Roshan of the game also available. It will roar, but whether OG can actually think about getting something done here, I don't think so. I think it's very clear that they're not coming for a fight, but they might try for Fade. Go for the kill that you can get. Into a tier 1 tower, by the way. You could at least get that tower while you're at it. Fade, he's going to show himself. They'll wrap around through the south. They'll make the jump in immediately. And Fade should have no chance of survival. I say that, though he's still alive. And now the TPs are in. Curse is out from Speed. Yopaj, he's the one to get caught. And Fade doesn't die. Oh, come on.
The Lincolns, man. Like, Yopaj comes in, tries to pulverize. The Lincolns just stops it. And without the pulverize, this guy has 3.5k HP. How do you kill him? You just don't.
If I was on the team with OG, there'd be 5 broken monsters. I promise you that. I would have broken every single one. Every single one.
Oh, I mean, something's got to happen. This, if they're not breaking monsters on OG, I mean, the spirit seems a bit broken. It just doesn't feel like there's play right now for the side of OG. They're 1 racks down at 32 minutes in. Aegis up for Ghost. High ground's going to begin. What's your game plan, OG? Something has to give.
Bold of you to assume there's a plan right now, John. Doesn't feel like there's much of a plan. I mean, what do you do? What are you meant to do? Like, you can't call GG, but you know you want to. Like, you should probably with the way this game's going. Fade's just completely running a train on him now. Props to Fade as well. I mean, you and I, we've been talking about how great RCY has been, but Fade's the other standout in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
On the side of Gamer Legion. Like, this guy's just come out of nowhere. And he's just been looking absolutely fantastic. In fact, wasn't Fade in Div 2 as well?
Yeah.
The NA back in the day? You and I.
All of these players were. All of these players were, Mikey. They swung around. Oh, RC1.
Yopaj. Well, that'll be Megas. One last team fight for OG. I wouldn't quite blame them if they just want to call it here. It's been one of those games you might just want to move on to the next. I know it's anticlimactic, but I do not believe they think they have a chance here.
No. I mean, they have the Scotty and Natsumi. He has 3.1k HP, pretty tanky illusions. Not tanky enough yet, but...
Here we go. Woke up. Natsumi. Trying to run away. RCY's on his tail, though. And Natsumi, he's in the middle of nowhere right now. Natsumi, silent stop. He's stunned. He's down. No buyback available. Curse out onto Yopaj as well, locking him down as Raven's just trying to chase down Speed. But Speed's just kiting him out. Hold Embrace committed. He's not going to die. Yopaj is just getting deleted by these magnets of RCY as the Burger Legion has been placed and the GG has been called. And that's why we thought, you know, Gamer Legion probably the favorite team. John, I didn't think it was going to be this one-sided. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a bit... Maybe after draft you